Hello, I'm Richard. This is the big one. It's the North London derby, Arsenal versus Spurs at the Emirates Stadium. This is going to be your live watch-along, the other side of this. Hello, how are you doing? Good afternoon. It is derby day today. Arsenal versus Tottenham, of course. One of the biggest games in the Premier League season, certainly one of the biggest games for us as Arsenal fans. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be good, but it's also going to be very tense, isn't it? It's a big game, one that we really desperately have to win, need to win. These are the team news in case you've been hiding under a rock for the last 45 minutes or so since the teams came out. These are your lineups for today. So for Arsenal, then in goal, it's Ramsdale as expected. Back four, the same as last week. Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel and Tierney. Midfield is back. Going to divide opinion, as we know. I personally think that's the right choice for this game. Then up front, we've got Odegaard. Looks like he's going to be in the number 10 role. Saka and Smith role either side of Aubameyang. So it's a good-looking side, actually. Exciting team. Let's hope it's good enough to do the job. On the bench, then we've got Leno holding, Cedric to Conga, Maitland-Niles, Martinelli, Pepe, and Lacazette as well. Of course, he'd be looking to score in this fixture for the fourth season in a row. First player ever to do that, should he come on later. The Tottenham lineup then, Lloris in goal. Their back four is Tanganga, also back from a suspension. They've got Dyer and Sanchez at centre-backs, Reguilon at left-back. In midfield, Højbjerg, Dele Alli and Ndombele. And then the front three is Lucas and Son and Kane, of course, as you would have expected. So they are the lineups for today. Then let me know what you think about those lineups. Personally, I wouldn't say I'm too disappointed with Arsenal's team, if I'm totally honest. I think it's pretty much the team I probably would have gone with anyway, bearing in mind it's a fully fit squad that we've got. Joe's in the chat. How are you doing, Joe? Thanks for watching. He says, I really don't think Xhaka should be straight in the lineup. For me, he's slowing down the play. And all our wins have been without him. Well, you could say that, but we did win 5 games at the end of last season with him in the team. We have won 2 FA Cups with him in the team as well. So it's easy to say that. A lot of those defeats at the start of the season, we had Holding and Chambers playing. We had Leno in goal. Lots of reasons why we lost those games. And nothing to do with Xhaka being in the team or not. Let's be honest. It's 11 players out there. And in those opening 3 games, probably 8 or 9 of them let us down. And Xhaka wasn't any better or worse than anybody else, was he? So I think it's unfair to blame him on those defeats. We've won our last 2 games, 3 if you include the cup games, and he's not played in those games because he was suspended. But let's face it, they're 3 teams that pretty much any Arsenal 11 should be able to win. So, let's not get carried away. This is going to be a bigger test today. I think we need our experience in the team. We need our leaders in the team. And Xhaka is both of those things, isn't he? So I think it's the right decision. Of course, if we don't win the game or if we lose, Arteta's going to take a lot of stick for it. No doubt it'll all be Xhaka's fault, even though, regardless of how he plays. But we'll see what happens. I've maybe complained that Arteta hasn't been brave enough. This is a brave decision when you think about how many people are against Xhaka playing. So it's a brave decision that he's made, and let's hope it pays off. And I'm confident that it will. Joe says there, but do you feel he's reliable? Well, I do feel he's reliable. People say, don't they, that Xhaka makes mistakes. He's probably our most consistent player. Every single player makes mistakes, and Xhaka very rarely has 2 poor games in a row. In fact, he very rarely has 1 poor game. He might make 1 poor decision or make 1 or 2 mistakes in every game, but then every player does that. But very rarely does he have 2 or 3 poor games in a row, which, there's other players in this team that have done that more than 1 occasion. So I do think he's consistent. I do think that he's solid and reliable. Is he the sort of player we need to take us forward? Probably not, if we're totally honest. I'm not saying he's the best player in the world, but he's the best for what we need at the moment with what we've got available and in the squad. So I do think that there's something there, and people maybe need to understand that. Yes, I think the future is going to see Lokonga playing. I'm sure he will eventually establish himself as a first choice. I'm sure he will. But that's going to be a little bit of time off yet, I think. if you listen to Edu's interview at the start of the season when he said, that Lokonga had been brought in for cover for Partey and Xhaka, that's clearly what the plan is this season, or certainly for the start of this season. So we need to understand that, Xhaka's been picked. Let's get behind him. Let's support the team today, and let's not get on his back if things go against the team, because it won't just be down to him. And I'm sure he'll play well today. I'm pleased he's in the team, because I do feel he has the experience and leadership that we don't have elsewhere. Other than that, it's pretty much the team I think most of us would have probably gone with. Pepe dropping out. He's brought. He's got Smith Rowe, Saka, Ødegaard, and Aubameyang as the four attacking players. I don't think any of us can have too many complaints about that. I suppose it looks like Saka's going to be on the right, which I thought that he's probably better off on the right sometimes, isn't he? Saka and Smith Rowe maybe on the left, but we'll see how that works out. We've got James Johnson in the chat. How you doing, James? Thanks for tuning in. He says, afternoon, thought I'd come in and say hello. All the best with your stream today. Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. Yeah, enjoy the game. I'm doing 2 streams, actually. I'm covering the Arsenal women straight after this as well. So if you do enjoy the Arsenal women and you want to watch along with me there, I'm going live pretty much straight after this game. So it's a busy afternoon and evening for me today, which is great, because I do enjoy this, and I'm glad that you guys are watching along as well. And Joe says there, it's brave. Of course, if he pays off, excellent decision. But if it doesn't pay off, surely Arteta's look at himself for the massive gamble. Well, I mean, every team selection that a manager makes, all the 11 players that he picks in the team, it's technically a gamble, isn't it? Because every player could have a bad game. Goalkeepers have bad games, defenders, everybody can. So it's all a gamble, isn't it? He's picked 11 players in this game that he believes is the 11 players to win this game. If we win the game, no one can question those decisions, can they? Because we've won. If we don't win the game, then that's fair enough. Then we can maybe look at the team lineup and say, was this player right? Was that player right? And that's going to depend on how each individual player plays and how it works in the system, doesn't it? So I just think we need to go into it with an open mind. I believe it's pretty much the strongest 11 that we've got available. I mean, everybody's technically available. I do believe this is probably our strongest 11. You could actually say there's probably more of a case for Pepe to be in the team, maybe ahead of Saka, who's looked tired, or even Smith Rowe, who hasn't played that well yet this season. So, there's a few people that you could say, well, he could come in for here, he could come in for this player. And at the end of the day, Arteta's picked the team he believes is the best team for this game. And I believe he's probably, at this moment in time, I think he's right. I think it is the right team he's picked. But obviously, the next 90 minutes or so is going to let us know, isn't it? Because if we win the game, we'll all be happy and no problem. And if we don't, then questions rightly need to be asked. And I'm sure when we do our show on Tuesday, the Tuesday clinic, we will be discussing these decisions with the benefit of hindsight, having seen the game, I suppose. And Joe says there, yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, exactly. I just think we need to, it's a clean slate at the minute, isn't it? It's 0-0. The game hasn't started yet. I believe it's a good team, a strong team. I believe the team we've picked is good enough to beat this Tottenham team. But as I say, the next 90 minutes or so is going to give us a bit more of an idea about that. It's a big game for both clubs, isn't it? Neither team are in great form this season. We've maybe been a little bit better the last 2 or 3 games. Tottenham have gone the other way. They're not scoring goals. We're not scoring goals. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? When you think 5 games that we've played, we've scored 2 goals and Tottenham have scored 3. So between us, we've only scored 5 goals. And that's unusual, isn't it? This is one of the highest scoring fixtures in Premier League history, isn't it? With some of the games in the past. Remember, there was a 4-4, wasn't there? There's obviously a couple of 5-2s. We had a 4-2, didn't we, a couple of years ago? So there's usually goals in this game, but neither team have been scoring this season, have they? So I'm not expecting a game like that today. I think it's going to be a lot more tight and cagey. Tottenham under Nuno are finding their feet a little bit. He's maybe finding his way of getting his style across, perhaps. Not really worked at the moment particularly well. They had 3-0 defeats in the last 2 games in the Premier League, haven't they, Tottenham? So he's got a lot of work to do, Nuno. I do like Nuno, actually. I was quite in favour of him taking over from Unai Emery back at the time when Wolves were flying, actually. So he's gone into Tottenham and found it's not been an easy job for him. And obviously we're quite pleased about that. And obviously now he's at Tottenham, I hope he doesn't do particularly well. But I do quite like him as a coach. I like him as a guy as well. But obviously for this his spell at Tottenham, we don't want him to do particularly well, especially today. So let's hope that Arsenal can do the job that we need to do. It'd be funny in a way, wouldn't it, that a couple of weeks ago Tottenham were top, we were bottom, and today we could potentially go above them, and that in what 3 weeks? I mean, that's just an incredible turnaround it'll be. Let's not get too carried away too quickly though, because the game hasn't started yet, has it? And there's still 90 minutes of football, and you know what these games are like. Form goes out the window. It's an North London derby. It's all about passion and fight, and that's what's going to decide this game, isn't it? Who maybe wants it more on the day, and that's usually the difference in these games. Of course, we've got a great record here against Tottenham at the Emirates. They haven't won here since 2010. That I suppose infamous game from our point of view, and we were 2-0 up at half time and cruising, and then somehow we let Tottenham win. But that's only their second Premier League victory at this stadium. The previous one was in 1993, so they've got a really poor record here. We've obviously got a great record against them. Let's hope that can continue. The teams are coming out now onto the pitch. Obviously, a full house at the Emirates, a great atmosphere as well. It's going to be great. Obviously, I'm disappointed I can't be there. I was at the Burnley game last week, which was really good. I enjoyed that. So Joe says, I'm glad he's picked Ramsdale. I was worried he might have picked Leno. Well, Ramsdale's taken over now, hasn't he? He looks like Ramsdale's the number one, and he's done nothing wrong. He hasn't conceded a goal yet, has he? So I think that's the right choice as well. Totally agree with you. I'm glad he's picked Ramsdale. And Joe says 15 goals conceded between the two teams this season, if I've worked that out. We've conceded 9, haven't we? And Tottenham have conceded 6. So, yeah, you are right. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we are. So, both teams have conceded a few, not scoring enough. But we've had 3 clean sheets in a row. In fact, 4 clean sheets in the last 5 games, if you include the West Brom game in the Carabao Cup as well. So, we're certainly a lot more solid defensively now. We've got our technically first choice back four, and I believe goalkeeper as well. So, we've got no excuses, have we, in terms of conceding goals anymore. It's just a matter of getting that transition right now, isn't it, between being a little bit more solid defensively and also posing more of a threat going forward. And that's still the problem. We haven't quite got that balance right yet. Arteta hasn't managed to sort that problem yet. But it's going to take time, isn't it? It's not something that we're just going to get right straight away. We've got some good attacking players, as we know. It's just a matter of maybe freeing them a little bit more and taking 1 or 2 more risks. Yes, by doing that, you risk letting in goals, don't you? And we've seen that happen as well. But it's just getting that balance right. And if we can do that, then we're gonna do okay, aren't we? We're gonna be a decent, solid team. You build from the back, and we're not conceding goals. And the longer that continues, the more and more points we're going to pick up, aren't we? As we go through the season. So, yeah, I'm excited about this game today. I really do feel as though we've got a great opportunity to beat our local rivals again. At home, which is we tend to do, as I say, quite often. So let's hope we can do it again today, and then we can look at, as though we've turned a corner for definite, because it has been a difficult start to the season. We know that, and this is our first, sort of test, really, isn't it? That we've beaten Norwich and Burnley that you would have expected us to beat. We've beaten West Brom and Wimbledon in the League Cup, which you'd have expected us to beat. So this is the first real test of a game that, could go either way, let's be honest. It's a London derby, North London derby, and I don't think there's a lot to choose between us and Tottenham, if I'm totally honest. When you look through the teams, we are pretty evenly matched. So this is a good test for see exactly where we are in terms of the season. Now, we are just about to do this minute silence for Jimmy Greaves, of course, who did pass away sadly last week, football legend. So we're just going to observe that as well with the players and everybody else at the Emirates. There was actually minutes applause in the end for Jimmy Greaves, of course, a fantastic player, probably the greatest ever goal scorer in English football history. Certainly his goal scoring record speaks for itself. I don't think anybody's ever scored that many top flight goals in his goal scoring record for England as well. I'm not quite sure what he'd make of these two teams that can't score really at the moment, but anyway, fantastic player he was, and a great personality as well, of course, on Saint and Greavesy, of course, back in the day. Remember great memories of watching that growing up. So that was a nice moment. The Arsenal fans really got behind that as well, which was great to see, just as the Tottenham fans had done, of course, that day with Rocky Rocastle, of course, all those years ago, 20 years ago. So anyway, we have kicked off. Tottenham have started the game. They are attacking the goal to our left, which is the North Bank end, for those familiar with the Emirates Stadium. And it's already a ball bouncing around in midfield, nobody really getting a firm grip on it, but the ball is now back at the feet of Bernd Leno, who goes long towards the halfway line looking for Bukayo Saka, but it's actually gone out for a throw to Tottenham on the near side here, just about 5 yards in from the halfway line. In fact, Reguilon has just crossed over the halfway line to take the throw in, which didn't go out, but anyway. Tomiyasu there heads it out for another throw to Tottenham about 20 yards further up the pitch. Him against Song today, Tomiyasu against Song, of course, the two Asian guys. It's going to be an interesting battle there, isn't it? The Japanese against the North Korean. So it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of works out in the game. I think that's a key battle, actually. Those two are going to come up against each other down this Arsenal right-hand side in this game. Tomiyasu won that header there. He's been playing well, actually, hasn't he? His 2 games he's played, I was really impressed with him last week at Burnley. First time I've seen him live in the flesh. Absolutely brilliant. He does his job. He's just done his job there. Great tackle, brings the ball forward down the right-hand side, played it in to Ødegaard, who was fouled, was he? No, the referee says play on. Højbjerg then. He does find Song. Good defending that was there. That was Ben White, came across, covering for Tomiyasu, who was further up the pitch. Tries to find Saka. The ball just runs away from Saka again. His first touch hasn't been great, is it, the last couple of weeks? But he's won the ball well there, Bukayo Saka. That's much better. And plays it a simple ball inside to Thomas Partey. I think if Arsenal can get a grip of this midfield, I do feel as though we can go on and get a positive result. We've now switched ball over to the left-hand side. Kieran Tierney plays it back to Gabriel. Not under any pressure at all. Tottenham aren't pressing us. Gabriel's got plenty of time to find his partner, Ben White. A little bit shaky last week, Ben White, I thought, against Burnley. Physical challenge. It's going to be a different sort of game today. Maybe suit him a bit more, actually. So I'm expecting better performance from Ben White this week than he's maybe done in his last game. Thomas Partey now in the centre circle. Runs into Højbjerg, actually, and that is going to be a foul. A free kick to Arsenal. Højbjerg's a decent player in midfield for Tottenham, actually. He's really solid defensive midfield player. So him against Partey, they're going to have a bit of a battle as well, I think. Now the ball covers his left-hand side to Kieran Tierney over on that far side. He's about to take a throw. Throws it back to Gabriel. Then gets it back again. Arsenal trying to build an attack left-hand side. Dele Alli closing down Kieran Tierney. He's falls backwards again. And now it's with Gabriel. Arsenal settling down now. It was quite a frantic opening couple of minutes or so. No real pattern to the game. But Arsenal now getting their foot on the ball, knocking it around in midfield. Aubameyang now comes shorter to get it. It's back with Gabriel again. Arsenal just looking to get a bit of early possession in this game so far. It's back now with Ramsdale just outside the penalty area. And he goes long through the centre, but far too long. Nobody there. It's gone straight through to Lloris, who actually gets a touch of the ball for the first time. The Tottenham captain, of course, now. And again, he's got plenty of time, and he puts the ball down and kicks it towards this near side of the pitch. It finds Son, who does well, actually. And Tottenham keep possession. Now maybe it's going to be Tottenham's time to get their foot on the ball, maybe, and have a bit of possession. But Lloris there slices his clearance a little bit. Can Reguilon keep it in under pressure from Saka? No, he can't, but Saka's conceded a free kick. It looked just like a 50-50 there, and Saka kicks the ball and Reguilon, who was on the floor. Obviously, Saka understands the importance of this game. An Arsenal boy come through our academy system, of course, along with Smith Rowe, both starting this game. Those two will really understand the importance of this. Maybe some of the foreign players maybe don't quite get it as much. Maybe some of the new players in the team. And it doesn't seem to have the same characters in it, does it, that it used to have back in the day when it was quite a fiery encounter. You know, lots of red cards and stuff like that went on in these games. I know there was a red card in this fixture last season, of course, for Lamela, of course, after he scored that Rabona goal as well. But anyway, it certainly lacked that kind of high intensity that it used to be, really. But it's been quite a scrappy start to this game. Another free kick there given away on the halfway line. It was Xhaka on Lucas Moya. Of course, Xhaka said a controversial selection. Maybe I personally am pleased to see him back in the team because he does add that experience and leadership in midfield, which we've lacked without him. It hasn't been exposed because we've played against teams that we should and did beat. You know, so although we did struggle, but Tottenham now coming forward themselves. It's got to be offside. Surely Son. He looks offside, the flag stays down, he shoots wide in here, and now the flag's gone up. Good officiating that by the linesman, actually, because they're not meant to put their flag up, are they, until after the play's gone. He was clearly offside. You could see it at the time when the ball was headed towards him by Lucas Moura, I think it was. In the end, he shot wide anyway, and then the flag went up. So good officiating there. Well done to the linesman. If he'd scored, it would have been disallowed because he was offside. And that was good officiating there. You know, I've been quite critical of the referees and stuff this season because there's been too many bad decisions, but he got that right there actually, which is good. So, and now Arsenal looking to build through the midfield. This is good play. Smith Rowe now plays the ball out to that left hand side to Kieran Tierney. This could be dangerous. The ball playing towards the near post to Aubameyang. He tries a shot. Oh, Lloris there saved it at the near post. I don't know if it hit the post or whether Lloris saved it. That was a swift counter attack there from Arsenal. Smith Rowe out to Tierney on the left. Drilled the ball into the near post. Good movement from Aubameyang actually into the penalty area. It was a lovely ball actually from Tierney first time. He was onside as well, just about. I don't know whether it hit the post or actually the linesman put his flag up after the shot. It was a good save from Lloris. I think it actually might have just been going wide into the side of the net actually. But anyway, the linesman flag did go up. A very tight decision. I'm not sure what the referee, what VAR would have done about that if he'd scored. But anyway, it was offside. But that was a good counter attack that from Arsenal. We need to do that more. Get the ball forward quickly. 2 quick passes, and Aubameyang gets a shot away. Really nice play that from Arsenal. I want to see that a little bit more in this game. Now Tomiyasu down this right hand side. He's got Son chasing after him. Son does well, holds him up, but that's good play from Tomiyasu. He finds Partey. The 2 Tommies there. Now Erdogan's got a little bit of space. Finds Smith Rowe on the walls, the edge of the penalty area. Kieran Tierney going left hand side. Plays a cross in, but it's too high. It's going to come all the way across to Tomiyasu on this near side. He drills a cross in towards the near post, but it doesn't beat the first man regularly on. And Tottenham can get it away, but not for long. Thomas Partey wins it back. It's now with Saka on this right hand side. Finds Tomiyasu. Tried to play it back to Saka, but it was good defending actually there from Reguilon. But it has gone out for a throw to Arsenal. That was good play again from Arsenal. This time down the right-hand side. Tomiyasu involved there. Good burst forward. Nice play, actually. Ødegaard and Smith Rowe combined well. Again, it was Kieran Tierney with a cross. He slightly overhit that one, though. And it went all the way through to Tomiyasu over on that far, near side. So, but a couple of good attacks out from Arsenal, actually. Smith Rowe was involved in both of them. He's had a lively start to this game. He's just been fouled as well by Sanchez. But that was good from Tomiyasu again. Really good play. He's got the ball again now. Slightly more centrally. Plays it out to Saka on this near touchline. Drifts inside onto his left foot. He was looking for Ødegaard, but the pass was maybe a little bit telegraphed, and Tottenham now can try and launch a counter-attack of their own. But again, it's good pressing from Arsenal in midfield, but I think the referee's given a free kick there against Ben White. It's going to be a free kick to Tottenham, I believe. Harry Kane hasn't been in this game yet. He's not touched the ball. Of course, he is the record goal scorer ever in North London derbies, isn't he, with 11. Let's hope he doesn't add to that today. Tomiyasu there wins a header against Son. Those two are definitely having their own little battle here on this near side. And so far, Tomiyasu's come out on top. His first nearly 9 minutes played. It is still 0-0. Actually, I haven't got the score on the screen, have I? I've just realised I didn't do that. I need to sort that out. Just give me 2 seconds. I will do that for you. Just to anybody that comes in and hasn't maybe seen the score, you can stay on the screen for you. There you go. And there we go. 0-0 is the score at the moment. Let's hope that certainly the second nil remains nil all the way through, and we can add some goals. I think a 2-0 win takes us above Spurs on goal difference, which would be quite strange, wouldn't it? After they were top and we were bottom after game week 3, so a really quick turnaround in fortunes maybe if we can get this victory, but it's a long way to go yet, and there hasn't really been a clear-cut opening for either team. The 2 chances that there were both offside actually anyway, so there hasn't been anything. Neither goalkeepers had a lot to do. Kevin's in the chat there, says, "Afternoon, Richard. How you doing, Kevin? Thanks for tuning in. Let's hope you're enjoying the game." I'm doing a women's watch-along after as well, if you want to stay tuned for that later on. I've got a different stream for it set up, but we'll be going live pretty much as soon as this game's finished. So I'm busy, so I've got my bottle of water to keep me company. And yeah, it's going to be a busy afternoon, but hopefully a good afternoon for Arsenal with two victories. But so minutes here at the Emirates, it is still Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0. So not really any clear-cut opportunities yet. Arsenal just about shaded the possession, and we've looked dangerous on a couple of counter-attacks, but we haven't quite managed to fashion a really good opportunity as yet. So the Aubameyang one, he was offside, and it wouldn't have counted anyway. And I say Son had a shot for Spurs as well, which was also offside. Ødegaard now plays the ball in. That was a decent bit of play there, actually. It was Granit Xhaka had got forward. Tomiyasu plays it to Gabriel. We're certainly looking really organised at the back. That's a ball played over the top from Ben White, looking for the run of Aubameyang, but it was a Tottenham defender, Eric Dyer it was, who won the header. But Arsenal picked the ball up again. Now it's Martin Ødegaard coming forward in the number 10 position. Plays it to Saka on his right-hand side, just inside the penalty area. Saka goes past the defender, pulls it back towards the penalty spot. It's a goal! Arsenal have scored! 11 minutes gone. It's Emil Smith-Rowe. His first goal of the season. Saka and Smith-Rowe combining in the North London derby. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. The Emirates has gone mad. And Smith-Rowe, that's his first goal in a North London derby. Lovely play that from Saka down that right-hand side. He does everything that Pepe doesn't provide on that side of the pitch. Goes past the defender and gets the ball in, pulls it back. And that's what he did there. Found Smith-Rowe about 12 yards out. Cool finish. He had a little bit of space. That was good play that from Saka. Faced in Redley on it was, went past him, pulled the ball back towards the edge of the 6-yard box. So Smith-Rowe arrived late and tucked it away nicely. That's a great goal. Brilliant play from Saka. Lovely ball across the box. Lovely movement from Smith-Rowe and brilliant finish. Absolutely fantastic finish there of his right foot from about 8 yards in the end into the centre of the goal. Brilliant goal. Well worked, well finished. That's fantastic. And of course, we have to have one of these. So just saying, we wanted some goals, and we've just got one. Only our third goal of the season in the Premier League so far. It is 1-0 to the Arsenal. Of course, the famous chant as we all enjoy. And Kevin says, "Yes, get in there, deserve that." Yeah, we probably do just about deserve that. I think we have been the better team so far. That's the first real opportunity that we've created, and we've stuck it away. Lovely goal, lovely play from, of course, Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe, as the song goes. Brilliant play from those two. Now also coming forward again, Kieran Tierney looks to go past the fullback, which he does. Again, the cross is a little bit overhit, but it's going to be kept in over this near side by Saka. I think that's his first assist of the season. But they've been criticising him really for not getting assists and Smith-Rowe for not getting goals. Where they both put that right in these first 12 minutes here today. And Arsenal still keeping possession, actually. This is good play from Arsenal now. Keeping Tottenham penned back into their own half. Gabriel now inside the centre circle. The Emirates is really rocking now, as it tends to be in the North London derby, especially when we are in front. But it's a perfect start from Arsenal. Of course, last season we went behind, didn't we, after a good start, and ended up having to come back to win, which we did. But it's us with the opening goal this time, and a brilliantly well-worked goal as well. Now Arsenal coming forward again down this near side. Tomiyasu it is, finds Saka again, the man of the moment, with that great assist for his mate Smith-Rowe. It's just funny, isn't it, just talking about those two coming through the academy system, really understanding what Arsenal Tottenham games are about, and it's those two that have created and scored the first goal. So goes to show, doesn't it? That sometimes means a lot, doesn't it, when you understand the importance of these games. And that was brilliant football from Arsenal, and it was, as Kevin rightly said in the chat there, fully deserved as well. But Tottenham now looking for a counter-attack of their own. It's Reguilón now down his near side. A good cross into the penalty area. Arsenal struggled to deal with it, actually. In the end, Gabriel's headed it away. Wasn't most convincing of defending there from Arsenal. And that cross there, ball played back into the box from Lucas Moya, goes straight out for a goal kick. But that was a dangerous attack there from Tottenham, actually. That's probably the first time they've really got him behind us. It was a good ball from Ndombele to Reguilón on this near side. A decent cross towards a penalty spot for Harry Kane, who missed it, actually. But it wasn't great defending from Arsenal. In the end, Gabriel's headed clearance went to Lucas Moya. He tried to chip the ball back into the box, but it was a poor cross or a poor ball. And in the end, it's run out for a goal kick to Arsenal. But that's the first time that Tottenham have really threatened, actually, in this game so far. 15 minutes gone. But now Arsenal coming forward again. Ødegaard in that number 10 role. He's had a good start to this game, Ødegaard. Of course, he got that great goal last week as well at Burnley. Only his second Premier League goal for Arsenal. And the first one, of course, since he made his loan move permanent, of course, this summer. He's had a good start to the season, Ødegaard, actually, to be fair. He's had a couple of decent games now. He's playing well today. That's a good ball through. Aubameyang now has got the wrong side of the defender. Can he get the cross in? He can get the cross in. Saka couldn't quite get there, but he has now. It was a mistake there from Reguilón. He finds Ødegaard. Saka again. Plays it back to Thomas Partey with a shot. It's a save that from Hugo Lloris. Thomas Partey looking for his first goal for Arsenal. Again, Arsenal moving the ball quickly. This is a really good start to this game. That was a lovely ball actually through to Aubameyang. He got the wrong side of Sanchez. It was a cross into the box, a little bit too far ahead of Saka, but actually it was a poor bit of defending and Saka did well. Come back to Thomas Partey from about 20 yards. It was going in. Good save from Hugo Lloris. It is a corner to Arsenal, which Ødegaard takes on this near side. It's a long one to the far post. It's headed back into the 6-yard box. Tottenham don't really deal with it. They do now. Sanchez it is, I think, with a clearance up towards halfway. That was a good corner, actually, from Ødegaard. The header at the far post, I think it was Gabriel, put it back into the danger area, and Tottenham managed to scramble the ball clear, but Arsenal coming forward again. That was Ødegaard there. Aubameyang from the edge of the area, just over the top with a shot. From about 20 yards, that one was dipping, but it was just too high. But this is good stuff from Arsenal. We've got Tottenham on the ropes here. That was lovely play that from Ødegaard again. Aubameyang got a little bit of space, beat Lloris, but it was just too high. This is great stuff from Arsenal. It is 1-0, as you can see there on the screen. The goal from Smith Rowe after 12 minutes, but it's been all Arsenal pretty much from the start of this game. Fully deserved that 1-0 lead. It could be 2 or 3, actually. We really have got Tottenham rocking at the moment. We need to make the most of this now. We need to get these goals and finish them off. But now Arsenal coming forward again, this time down the far side with Kieran Tierney. Finds Aubameyang. He's crowded out a little bit there. Was it a foul? Referee says it was. Just as Tottenham were looking to try to get a counter-attack. It looked like it was a foul as well by Sanchez. Never really rated that Davinson Sanchez. I think he's just an accident waiting to happen every game, isn't he? So I'm glad he's playing. He didn't play in the last couple of games, did he, actually? So I'm glad he's back because you know he's got a mistake or two in him. And I think Aubameyang will definitely enjoy coming up against him today. He certainly had a little bit of joy already so far. It is 1-0. It was Smith Rowe, of course, with a goal after just 12 minutes. Arsenal been knocking the ball around well. We've actually just given it away now. Son coming forward for Tottenham is very central. He's got a little bit of space, plays it out to that far side. Tottenham trying to get a foot on the ball, actually. They've not managed to really get any possession so far. But now they're looking to try and get an attack going of their own. Lucas Moya there plays it into Son, who's very central. Does well, actually, Son. Dele Alli plays it out to that far side. Well, this is good play, actually. A cross comes in from Tanganga. Was that a foul there? Smith Rowe doing his defensive job well, actually. He did enough there to stop the cross. Well, not to stop the cross, but to put Tanganga off, and the cross has gone out for a goal kick. Good defensive play there from the goal scorer, Emil Smith Rowe. He hasn't maybe scored enough goals, has he, for Arsenal since he's broke into the team. But he got a couple towards the end of last season, and he's just got a really important goal in this game as well for Arsenal. And a great assist from Bukayo Saka as well, of course, star boy. he's not had the greatest start to the season, if we're totally honest. I think he's looked a bit tired following his exploits in the summer, but he's playing well actually today. On that right-hand side, he's not been playing there much, has he? He's been over on the left and he's maybe struggled a little bit over on that side, but he's been brilliant on that right-hand side, which is, of course, where he played well for England in the Euros as well, didn't he? And I say it was from that side of the pitch that that he got the assist. So he did everything that Pepe doesn't do. He went around the outside of the defender, put a ball back in with his right foot, and it was a lovely ball across the goal for Smith Rowe to turn in. So that's why Pepe wasn't selected for this game. And another decision made by Mikel Arteta that so far has worked out right and worked out well. So let's hope that continues. But Tottenham now looking to come forward themselves down that far side. Good defending actually from Kieran Tierney there on Lucas Moya. Is going to be a throw to Tottenham, who come forward themselves now inside the centre circle. So a little bit of possession, but not really doing much with it at the minute. But now maybe they can. Reguilon tries to play the ball in to Harry Kane, but it's cleared away by the Arsenal defence, looking a lot more solid now. Tottenham again have got the ball. Eric Dyer plays it to Ndombele. Arsenal again win the ball back in midfield, but Ndombele picks it up with a little bit of a lucky ricochet there off Ødegaard. And Tottenham now looking to come forward themselves. Now inside the penalty down that far side. Good defending again from Kieran Tierney against Dele Alli. Kieran Tierney wins the ball off him and then clears it up the pitch. Looked like he was maybe fouled there. He's gone down holding his knee, but the referee says no. And Tottenham coming forward again. It's into Son inside the penalty area. Again, it's with Dele Alli. And again, it was Kieran Tierney who came across there, got the ball off him. And now Arsenal can look to build an attack of their own with Ødegaard. He's got Saka on this near side. He finds Saka. Tomiyasu there made a run ahead of him, but Saka played the ball back to Ødegaard. And now Tottenham can come forward with Son. Tomiyasu's out of position. Thomas Partey's covering for him. Son into the penalty area at the near post. Good save from Ramsdale. That was going in there from Son. He's going to be the danger man today. I think that's already quite clear. Tomiyasu there broke forward, and when we lost the ball, he was out of position. Thomas Partey tried to get back, but Son went past him a little bit too easily, and from a tight angle, tried to beat Ramsdale at the near post. It's a good save that from the Arsenal goalkeeper. A save you'd expect him to make, but he did well. But it's a corner to Tottenham, their first corner. That was their first shot at goal as well, just 22 minutes. And it's now going to be Son with this corner from the near side here. Tottenham's left. He's going to curl this in an in-swinger. It is a dangerous ball in. The header comes in from, I think it was Tanganga, but it's gone over the crossbar. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. But that was the first bit of danger that we've had in this game so far. And inevitably it was Son that caused the problems there. So the first time that Tomiyasu maybe was caught out of position a little bit. Not his fault. He made a break forward and we lost the ball. And Son got a little bit of space there, and it was a good save from Ramsdale. Kevin says, we settled down now. We need that second goal. Yeah, we do. We've been on top, and we've seen it happen too many times, haven't we? You don't take your chances, and then you end up conceding a stupid goal. And we very nearly did just then. So let's hope that that doesn't give Tottenham a lift, but they're coming forward again. Tottenham certainly looking a little bit better now in the last couple of minutes. Arsenal dominated the opening 20 minutes of this game. And there's a free kick there given away by Aubameyang. Tottenham take it quickly. Certainly enjoying a little bit more possession now than they were slightly earlier in this game. Harry Kane now has come quite deep to get the ball and then shoots from about 25 yards. High over the crossbar. That's fine. If he keeps doing that all day, we'll be quite happy, won't we? That was posed no threat at all to Ramsdale's goal. Very optimistic, to be fair. I know he's got a great goal scoring record in this fixture, but to shoot from at least 25 yards there, it was always optimistic. But they're just showing a goal again. Saka did so well there. That's how you play on the right-hand side when you're left-footed. Go past your defender and put the ball in with your right foot. He did. And Smith Rowe was there to tuck it away. What a lovely goal. And Arteta certainly enjoyed it as well. And indeed he should, because that was something out of the training ground, that goal, wasn't it? And it just goes to show Saka on that right-hand side is a lot better bet, I believe, than Nicolas Pepe. And he proved it there. with that assist. And he's had a lively start to this game as well. Arsenal have a throw now on his near side. Tomiyasu takes it, finds Ben White, plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale. That was a decent save, wasn't it, from Ramsdale just a few minutes ago from Son there. Son on that, on that right-hand side for Tottenham, left-hand side, sorry, for Tottenham, got into the penalty area. It was a bit of a tight angle. He tried to beat Ramsdale at the near post. High shot, but comfortable save. Now Saka again down this right-hand side for Arsenal inside the penalty area. He slips actually, but he still manages to get the ball back towards Ødegaard, but Tottenham do clear it away. It was unlucky there actually that he slipped because he did really well to get in behind Reguilón. He's caused him a lot of problems so far. But now Son coming forward for Tottenham down this near side, just over halfway, looking for an option which he didn't really find. He's found on Ndombele instead. Now he's back with Reguilón, who's certainly been given a real tough time. Xhaka's just conceded another foul on Lucas Moya there. Sure, he's not going to be booked, is he? No, he's not. He didn't deserve to be booked for that. Just a little bit too keen there, Granit Xhaka, to win the ball. And for some reason, I didn't switch it on. My charger wasn't on. My laptop was just about to die, but it's sorted out now, so that's cool. So yeah, Granit Xhaka a little bit too keen maybe to try and win the ball there and gave away the free kick, but it's in a non-dangerous position, so it's not a problem. And Tottenham now taking that free kick. It's Højbjerg just about 10 yards inside the Arsenal half, plays it to this near side to Ndombele, gets it back Højbjerg and then switches it over to Sanchez, plays it into Lucas Moya, tries to go round Granit Xhaka, but Granit Xhaka does well there, gets his body in the way, wins a free kick for Arsenal, which Gabriel is about to take. Just plays it back to Ben White. They just put the possession up in the last 5 minutes, which I think is pointless. It does say that Arsenal had 27 and Tottenham 73, but pointless stat that because in the previous 20 minutes it was probably the other way around. But anyway, the ball's now back with Gabriel and now back with Aaron Ramsdale. Oh, that was it was nearly a loose ball there. Granit Xhaka did well actually to retrieve that. But now maybe Arsenal can launch a counter-attack. Oh, that's a lovely little flick there from Aubameyang. Now Arsenal attacking down that far side. Emil Smith-Rowe on the edge of the penalty. Pulls it back to Aubameyang. Shot comes in. It's 2-0. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Well, counter-attack that from Arsenal from inside our own penalty. It was actually a poor ball initially from Aaron Ramsdale. Granit Xhaka did really well to retrieve it. Arsenal came forward. It was Smith-Rowe this time with the assist down that left-hand side. Played it into Aubameyang. A lovely finish into the far corner of the net. This is great stuff from Arsenal. It is 2-0, fully deserved. That was an absolutely brilliant goal there. I'll say a counter-attack and down that left-hand side. Aubameyang, a lovely flick to Smith-Rowe. Had a little bit of space there, ran towards the penalty, got into the penalty and then pulled it back to Aubameyang, about 12 yards out, finds that bottom corner of the net. Absolutely brilliant goal. As Kevin says there, what a goal indeed it was. Smith-Rowe is actually, that touch took him a little bit wider than he wanted, but a brilliant pullback, and Aubameyang just pops it into that corner, which is a lovely finish. Another North London derby goal for Aubameyang. He's got a few, hasn't he, in his Arsenal career already. That's a lovely goal into that corner, and that's his second Premier League goal. We've actually doubled our tally for the season, haven't we, already? 2 goals in 27 minutes of this game, which doubles the tally that we got in the first 5 games. Totally in control of this North London derby now. Brilliant stuff from Arsenal. 2 really good counter-attacking goals. And that actually, I believe, puts us above Tottenham in the table, doesn't it, as things stand? Still a long way to go in this game, of course, but let's enjoy it while we can, because they certainly enjoyed it a few weeks ago when they were top and we were bottom, so that didn't last long, did it? What a shame. But brilliant goal that was. Brilliant counter-attack from Arsenal. And a lovely bit of play to start. Smith-Rowe with a goal and an assist already in this game. And that was great play. I just want to give Granit Xhaka credit, actually, initially at the start of that move. It was a poor ball to him from Aaron Ramsdale, and he did really well to manage to keep it alive and start that counter attack going. So I think that needs to be noted as well. Good play that was from Granit Xhaka. But Arsenal are in total control of this game now. 2-0 up. Tottenham have barely threatened. They look. It pains me to say it, but they look a really, really poor team, don't they? Which is really sad for them. Tomiyasu now down his right hand side. Come on, Arsenal, let's get some more goals in this game. Let's really finish Tottenham off and send them back up the road with their tail between their legs, as indeed has happened a few times. But this is an attack now from Tottenham, knocking the ball around well. But Arsenal again win the ball back. Then Tomiyasu completes the clearance. But Tottenham now back in possession with Ndombele coming forward from midfield. Again, he runs into a wall of Arsenal players. And Harry Kane tries to retrieve the situation, but Saka actually does well. And Saka wins a free kick there. He came in on the back of him there. And we've got Tom in the chat there. How you doing, Tom? Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure you're enjoying this game, as we all are. But you see, that was not a great ball there from Ramsdale. Højbjerg came in there, but Xhaka did really well. And that started that counter-attack, actually. So, brilliant play from Xhaka. Tottenham are claiming maybe a foul that he pushed him, did he? Oh, well, I'm not sure. We're not going to give that, are we? We don't even care if it was. Xhaka again on the ball. A lot of people won't be very happy that he's actually playing quite well in this game so far, and he is. He's had a good start. He is playing well. Ødegaard now, he's had a good start to this game as well. 30 minutes gone, nearly 31. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0. That sounds good, doesn't it? I might say that again. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0. Half an hour played at the Emirates. It's been a dominant Arsenal performance in this first half. Fully deserving this 2-0 lead. In fact, it could even be more than that with a couple of other chances that we've had, or half chances as well. Ramsdale now, that's a better ball to Thomas Partey. Now maybe Arsenal can try and build another counter-attack. Partey swings it wide to that far side to Kieran Tierney. Does he keep it in? He does, just. Plays the ball back to Granit Xhaka. And then Smith Rowe finds Gabriel. Arsenal popping the ball around really comfortably in this game. Granit Xhaka there plays the ball into Smith Rowe, but it just runs away from him there, and Tottenham are able to regain possession. The most important thing now is that we don't do anything silly between now and half time. Keep this 2-0 lead, and hopefully we can then build on it in the second half. But again, Arsenal coming forward. That wasn't a great ball there from Kieran Tierney, and Tottenham now can maybe try and exploit that. Granit Xhaka, sorry, it was. And he won the ball back. I'm not sure if he's given the free kick, the referee, is he? I think it's a free kick to Arsenal. In actual fact, it is. It was a poor ball actually from Granit Xhaka there initially, but he did win it back. And he did win a free kick as well, which Arsenal have now taken. Gabriel plays it to Kieran Tierney. That's a ball up the line again, looking for Smith Rowe, having a great game down that left-hand side for Arsenal. A goal and an assist already. But it is now a goal kick to Tottenham. He couldn't keep that in. And Tottenham now trying to play it out from the back. Lloris put under pressure there from Ødegaard, but Tottenham do manage just about to get it clear, but not very far. They can't even get out of their half yet, as Arsenal pressing really well. But now they've got an opportunity down this near side. They're left with Reguilon. Plays it in to Son. Good tackle from Thomas Partey, but Reguilon gets the ball back. Tomiyasu's in front of him, helped by Saka. Comes back to Ndombele again. Harry Kane about 25 yards out. Falls over the ball. And now Arsenal maybe got a chance for another counter-attack. This is good play again. It's Smith Rowe. He's got Saka on this right-hand side. Saka's got a little bit of space now coming towards the edge of the penalty area. Saka, he crossed the inside on his left foot. Oh, he was just about to shoot. He just got it. It's 3-0. Bukayo Saka's got the goal. What a first half this is for Arsenal. It's 3-0. Bukayo Saka there. What a finish that was. It looked like he'd gone too far. He tried a shot. It was blocked. But the ball came back to him. The edge of the penalty area. That's a great finish into the corner. Tottenham are all over the place. This is funny to see. What a great first half this has been. Wow. It is 3-0. North London is definitely red. There's no doubt about that. And having a little dance there. Thomas Partey, Gabriel and Bukayo Saka in front of the clock end. 3-0 to Arsenal. Wow. Again, it was a good counter-attack from Arsenal. Harry Kane slipped over there. He got maybe a little bit of an assist in that goal there, Harry Kane. Lovely ball again from Smith Rowe to Saka. He got inside the penalty. He was desperate to catch on his left foot. It was a good tackle initially, but the ball came back to him, and then from about 10 yards, he managed to put it across the goalkeeper with his right foot, actually. And again, something that you don't see Pepe do very often. So he's got a goal and assist as well in this North London derby. Initially, it was actually Harry Kane got back to make that tackle, but it fell to Saka. So actually, Harry Kane did get an assist at the end of that as well. But a lovely finish of his right foot from Saka. He's got an assist and a goal. There you go, Pepper. That's how you play with your left. Let's say your left-footed player plays on the right. Actually, use your right foot. And Kevin says, "Am I dreaming? Wake me up." Well, I mean, what a first half it's been. I mean, we've absolutely dominated this game. Fully deserved this as well. We're just picking Tottenham off on a counter-attack whenever we feel like it. It's just fantastic to watch. And there's still 10 minutes to go until half-time. Brilliant stuff. But Tottenham now coming forward themselves, maybe looking to try to get a goal back before half-time, but that attack comes to nothing. And Nuno is looking worried there on the touchline. He's got a very good beard, Nuno, but it's not really helping him much, is it, at Tottenham? They lost their last two Premier League games 3-0. They're 3-0 down already in this one. It's all gone a bit Spursy, unfortunately, for them. And I just feel there's a lot more goals in this game for Arsenal if we really want to, take advantage of this disarray that Tottenham are in at the moment. It's there for us here. This could be our biggest win at home against Tottenham for many years if this carries on. That was a ball from Dele Alli over hit. It's got out for a goal kick to Arsenal. They can't even get an attack right. That was Son, actually, sorry, with that ball. And Tottenham just looked disjointed, just all over the place. And they've got a few issues, shall we say. It's incredible. I think they won their first 3 games and were top of the league in August. And now, at the end of September, we are just about to overtake them. In fact, we're not far off reclaiming our goal difference, are we? Getting back to a positive goal difference. And we could certainly do that in this game if it carries on the way it is. I think we're -2 now, aren't we? No, -4, sorry. Well, maybe we won't then in this game. But anyway, it's certainly been a brilliant opening 35 minutes for Arsenal. Gabriel then wins ahead. Harry Kane tries to find Son. Harry Kane's just not been in this game at all, other than his contribution to Arsenal's third goal by falling over the ball initially, and then his tackle on Saka just fell kindly for Saka, who put it away. So he got an assist as well. Now Tanganga with a cross in towards the 6-yard box. Gabriel there again. Brilliant defending from Gabriel. Gets a hand there from Ramsdale. Good ball actually from Tanganga into that dangerous area inside the 6-yard box, but Gabriel read it well and was able to clear it away. It is a corner to Tottenham there. Second corner, I believe it is. This one's from the far side. The first one saw a header by Tanganga. It was over the crossbar, but it's going to be Son again to take this one. It is their second corner. Arsenal only had one, actually, despite our dominance. It's only one corner, but anyway, we don't want Tottenham to get anything back from this game before half-time. Son's corner towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in, just wide, actually. That was Harry Kane with the header from about 7-8 yards. Not great defending that from Arsenal. It was a free header from Kane. Beat Ramsdale, but it did go wide of the post. I don't know whether Ramsdale had that covered or not, but a free header there from Harry Kane. We can't keep doing that very often, or we'll be made to pay. Not great defending, but we got away with that one. Kane's header goes wide. It is still 3-0, and Ramsdale's going to take this goal kick, and he's going to go long by the look of it. But what a first half it is. Just unbelievable stuff. It is really Arsenal 3, Tottenham 0. Smith Rowe, Aubameyang and Saka with the goals. Saka and Smith Rowe have also got an assist each as well. In fact, you could technically say Smith Rowe's got 2 assists because it was his ball for Saka, put through for Saka for the for the third goal, although it was all Saka's work after that. And he did have initially he was tackled inside the penalty. I don't know if that will count as a Smith Rowe assist officially, but anyway, it doesn't matter. They've both got a goal and an assist. And I say Aubameyang has got the other goal as well. Saka again, lovely play linked up with Ødegaard. He's coming forward again down his right-hand side. Ødegaard's gone outside him. Ødegaard gets the ball. Plays it inside to Thomas Partey. He's played well, Thomas Partey as well. Plays it back to Gabrioli. Momentum slightly gone out of that attack, but we've kept possession anyway, at least. Granit Xhaka there threads the ball into Smith Rowe. Plays it out to Kieran Tierney over on that far side. Actually, it was Ødegaard, sorry, played it into Kieran Tierney. He found Smith Rowe, but his ball wasn't a great pass, and Tottenham have managed to get the ball clear, but not for very long. Partey finds Saka. Tomiyasu now. Aubameyang on this near side. Aubameyang towards the penalty area. Can he get a cross in? He can't get a cross in towards the far post. It's too high, though, for Smith Rowe who's coming in. It's found Tierney, though, over on that far side. Granit Xhaka now drills the ball into the box. Not a great cross, and it's cleared away by Tottenham. 5 minutes till half-time. Arsenal are 3-0 up, looking for that fourth goal, which you would say would clinch it, but it's pretty much, surely it's clinched anyway. You cannot see this Tottenham team. It's a poor as a Tottenham team that I've seen for many, many years, this. And surely it's game over now. It's just going to be a matter of how many goals we want to score in the second half, I think. But anyway, Tottenham have got a throw in on that far side. We just need to make sure that we don't do anything silly, that we keep being professional in this game, and not give Tottenham anything really. We want another clean sheet, and we really want to embarrass them if we can, because that would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Tomiyasu now driving forward down this right-hand side. Oh, this is a great run. He's trying to go around the outside of Reguilón, and only Jim fouls him, trying to get the ball. But that was great play again from Tomiyasu, who's rapidly becoming one of my favourite players, actually. I've got to be honest, I didn't know anything about him when we signed him on transfer deadline day. I hadn't really heard of him, only really the interest that we'd shown. That was it. At first I'd heard about him, but he's really, really impressed me in the games that he's played. Seeing him last week at Burnley as well, actually in the flesh, was brilliant. He's such a good player. He's great one-on-one defender. He's good in the air, and he can get forward as well with those rampaging runs down that right-hand side. And that's just going to go out for a goal kick to Arsenal. Kevin says there, I know it's a bit early, but mind the gap. It is a little bit early, but no, don't worry. I quite think we should make the most of it, because it's not often that we're 3-0 up in the first half against Tottenham, is it? Certainly been a long time. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what our biggest home win is against Tottenham in recent years. I mean, I can remember, well, I don't remember personally, but I know we in the 1930s we beat them 6-1, I think, or 6-0 or something. But certainly in recent years, I can't remember. We've won 3-0 a couple of times at the Emirates, haven't we? There was that game when Fabregas scored a couple of goals. I remember, and I think it was another 3-0 as well. I think in our first season at the Emirates, but I don't think we've beaten them by more than that, have we? At home for be a long time probably. So let's hope that this is the day that we do it. Kevin says, "Yeah, never seen you smile so much in all my time. I've tuned in over the seasons." Yeah, no, I mean it's not often that we played like this in a game like this either, is it? I suppose really. It's just good to see us play with a little bit more freedom when we're attacking. We're moving the ball quicker. We're getting it wide, and that's, you know, I did say before the game that the problem that we looked as though we were having were, while we looked a lot more solid defensively, we still hadn't really got that transition to attack as smooth as it needs to be, and as kind of, it wasn't flowing as much. But in this first half, that's exactly what it has done. It's been brilliant. You know, it is that the slight tweaks that we've made with Saka on the right, with Smith Rowe on the left, and Ødegaard in number 10, and dare we say it, with Xhaka and Partey, that pivot in the midfield, which has dominated this game as well. And Tomiyasu again there wins another challenge, which is becoming just standard now, isn't it? You know, 2.5 Premier League games into his Arsenal career, and already it's just a standard thing to expect Tomiyasu to be winning those sort of challenges now, isn't it? What a great signing he's proving to be so far. But Tottenham now are looking to see if they can get something in this last minute of this first half. They've got an attack down the far side, ball into the box. Good defending that was again from Arsenal, which was Granit Xhaka, I think that was. And Ben White completes the clearance, looking for actually that. Well, I don't think Saka meant that, but he has found Thomas Partey. That's a long raking ball, looking for Aubameyang. That's a great touch for Aubameyang. No, it just runs away from him. Actually, that could have been an opportunity for a fourth goal there. If it was a little bit of a better touch there from Aubameyang. Tottenham there, a counter attack. Not quite sure what's happened here. Is it a foul to Tottenham? But again, what a ball that was from Thomas Partey from right to left. Found Aubameyang through the middle. Just ran away from him there. Gave Eric Dyer the opportunity to come across. But if he'd got that more closer to his body, Aubameyang there, Dyer would not have been enjoying in running at him there, would he, in that situation? But we are now in the final. We are actually stoppage time at the end of this first half. There's only going to be 2 minutes added on. There hasn't been many stoppages actually, other than the amount of times we've put the ball in the net. There's a lot of empty seats in the Spurs end at the moment. Whether that's just because they've gone down to get a drink to try and drown their sorrows, or whether they've decided they've seen enough and want to go home. It just reminds me a little bit of that 4-4 draw. Do you remember that when we were 4-2 up in the last minute and the Spurs end was empty, and of course they did get 2 goals to get a draw, but they certainly don't look anywhere near capable of scoring 1 goal in this game, let alone 3 that they would need to get anything from it. So maybe the Tottenham fans have realised that themselves and are going home for get the early train back or set off for a walk down the Seven Sisters Road. And I said we wanted to send them home with their tail between their legs, and that's certainly what's happened in this first half. We're into the last minute now of stoppage time at the end of this first half, and it's been probably the best first half of football that we've had under Arteta. Probably 3-0, fully deserved to be 3-0 as well. And I say we could even have had 1 or 2 more with some of the counter attacks that we've had. It's been great to see us moving the ball forward quicker, and Tottenham have been able to live with it. And I say defensively we've been pretty solid. There was just that one moment where we maybe got caught out a little bit when Son had that shot which Ramsdale saved. Other than that, it's been all Arsenal. As we've just come to the end of this first half, Spurs are going to finish the half in possession by the look of it, but they're certainly not going to be threatening a goal at this point in the game. Ndombele there, actually with Reguilon, Ndombele there into the penalty area, but the half-time whistle's gone as he was about to shoot actually, which is good to see. And it is half-time. It's Arsenal 3, Tottenham 0. Emil Smith-Rowe after 12 minutes, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang after 27, and then Bukayo Saka after 34. Absolutely dominant first half performance. Assists for Smith-Rowe and Saka as well. I'm not sure who's going to get the assist for the third goal. A bit of a solo effort in many ways from Saka, actually. Really good goal that was. But it's been a fantastic first half, hasn't it? It's not often we've been able to enjoy 45 minutes of football like that. Certainly not in a game of this size. So fantastic from everyone involved with Arsenal. Arteta's got it spot on. As you'd be aware, if you've been on the channel a few times, you'll know I've been a bit of a critic of Arteta at his time at Arsenal, but he's got everything spot on today, and that's been great to see. Just checking that way if there's anything going on social media, any Tottenham fans that we can wind up. Don't forget as well, I am doing a watch along of the Arsenal women to play Manchester City. After this game, it's 7:15 kickoff. So I'll wrap this up as soon as the game's finished, and then I'll have a quick tea break, and then I'll be back for the Arsenal women's game as well. I've got a separate stream for that, so this will finish. There'll be a new stream, so please check it out on the channel. I'll put a few links out. Probably, actually, I might do it now. We're at half time. Actually, I think I'll do that now. I've actually got someone at the Arsenal women's game today doing some video footage for me, which we'll put out on the channel probably tomorrow, or certainly hopefully to get it out tomorrow as well. So some good stuff coming up on the channel as well. So please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to promote this women's show. So what I'll do is I will put this on. Just break for now. So stay with me for the second half. I'll be back very, very soon. It is Arsenal 3, Tottenham 0, as you can see. We are very pleased about that, as I'm sure you all are as well. Yeah, we'll stay tuned for the second half. Let's see if Arsenal can, get some more goals. I really want to see us really turn them over. James is back in the chat there. Says, I beg we don't take the foot off the gas, roll this like over by 5 or 6. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? It would. I'd love to see that happen. But ultimately, I think we've seen enough of Arteta to understand that he's not going to take any risks in the second half, is he? He's going to play a more possession game, try and keep the ball. And if we can get our 4th goal, then that would be great. But I can see, I wouldn't be surprised if it does finish 3-0. Let's hope we're wrong. Let's hope the second half is going to bring, like you said, another 2 or 3 goals. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? But I'm not anticipating that's going to happen, if I'm totally honest. I do feel as though we're going to be a little bit more conservative in the second half and, be professional and get the job done. That's the most important thing. But yeah, I agree. It would be fantastic, wouldn't it, to smash another 2 or 3 in. I'll say I can't remember I can't remember beating them by more than 3-0 actually at home. In all the time I've been in the 40 years I've been watching Arsenal, going to Arsenal. I know we had a 5-0 away at their ground, didn't we, in 1978, which was just slightly before my time of watching Arsenal. But I can remember 3-0s, but I'm not sure if I can remember a 4-2 at Tottenham. But I mean, certainly at home, the games have generally been, perhaps a 1-goal victory quite often or something. So, yeah, we've had a couple of 3-0s. I remember that Thierry Henry game when he ran from inside his own half and got that goal. That was a 3-0 as well, wasn't it? Obviously, the statue of him is him celebrating that goal, isn't it, outside the stadium? So, but yeah, I don't know when we last scored more than or beat Tottenham by more than 3 goals at home. If anybody knows, please let me know. It's got to be a long time ago. I was looking through all the games the other day as part of the video I did, and nothing stood out for me like a 4 or 5-0 victory at home. Certainly not. So James says there, he's going to take ESR and Saka off and bring Tavares and Cedric on. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Probably within 10 minutes of the second half, actually. But to be honest with you, I'll forgive him that today. If we end up winning this game 3-0, I think I'll forgive him if he does do those sort of substitutions, actually, because the important thing is before the game, the most important thing was to win, and if we end up winning the game, then that's fine by me. And the fact that we played so well in that first half, he's almost entitled to make whatever subs he wants in the second half, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I do agree with you. We would all love it to end up 5 or 6-0, wouldn't we? That would be hilarious. I'm just not too sure if that's what's going to happen. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna get some stuff sorted out for the women's watch along as well. So I will be back in about 5 minutes or so. So stay tuned for the second half, where hopefully we'll see a few more Arsenal goals. That'd be nice. So how you doing? We are getting ready for the second half, of course. It is Arsenal 3, Tottenham, as we've seen. Shane's in the chat. How you doing, Shane? Thanks for tuning in again. He says, "Come on, you Gooners, brilliant so far. I love to see more goals for us. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, let's hope we can see a few more goals. That would be it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? But if it finishes 3-0, I'm pretty sure none of us will have too many complaints, will we? Because that was a brilliant performance. It was fantastic stuff. And yeah, let's just hope that we can finish the job. But yes, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? I think we'd all enjoy a 5 or 6-0, wouldn't we, against Tottenham? Because it's been a long, long time since we've experienced anything like that. So, but yeah, at this moment in time, I'm quite happy with how things have gone. And if it does finish 3-0, then well, you know, we obviously won't have too many complaints with it. They're just showing the goals again. The first goal, brilliant play from Saka. That's what you want to see from your right winger, isn't it? Getting past the man and pulling it back, and then brilliant play from Smith Rowe for the second goal as well. Lovely pull back for Aubameyang, and Aubameyang does what he does, which is stick the ball in the net when he's got those opportunities. So great play from him. And I mean, it's difficult to pick out one player that has played well in this first half, isn't it? I mean, everybody's been brilliant. You know, fantastic performance all round, and 3 really good goals as well. Saka has been really impressive. A few people were saying maybe he needed a rest. Played a lot of football, hasn't he, through the summer and everything like that. But he's been absolutely brilliant. And Thierry Henry there in the stand as well, applauding that goal from Saka. Of course, wearing the number 7 shirt, made famous by Rocky Rocastle, of course, who always enjoyed these games. Tottenham making 2 subs at the break, actually. Not that we should necessarily be totally surprised, because they were pretty dreadful in that game. They're bringing on Emerson Royale, and I'm not sure who the other sub is. It's a player I don't recognise, but I don't really follow them too closely. I know it's Emerson Royale, though, because I was following him a little bit in the summer. There was a little bit of chat that we may have been possibly interested in signing him. Of course, we didn't do. As we can see, he's got a Tottenham, and he's been struggled a bit. But they've made 2 subs at half-time, Tottenham. Emerson Royale's come on. Is it Winks or Skip? Skip, I think it might be, that's come on as well. I'm not sure he's gone off yet. I will let you know as soon as I find out. I'll just check that for you. But we are off and underway in the second half. Arsenal are, of course, attacking the north bank. The goal to our left, across into the box. Oh, nearly a 4th goal straight away in the start of the second half. That would have been pretty cool. We're coming forward again. Actually, Aubameyang wins that header, Smith Rowe, but he's offside. Is he? The offside flag's up, and it's going to be a free kick to Tottenham. That was a lively start to this second half. So I say Tottenham have made 2 changes. I suppose they had to do something, didn't they? Because they were totally and utterly dominated in that first half, which was good to see. And Arsenal's got off to a lively start in this second half as well. So let's hope that I say we can carry this on now into this second half. And as we've said a little bit during the break there, we'd like to get 2 or 3 more goals, wouldn't we? It's Skip that's come on, actually, for Tottenham at half-time. Not that we really care, because it's not going to make any difference, is it? Let's face it. They don't have a player good enough in their squad to live with the way that we've played so far in this game. It's a shot there from range from Thomas Partey. He's desperate to get his first goal, isn't he? Came close in that first half, didn't he, with that shot that Lloris made a good save, to be fair. But yeah, that one wasn't really going to be troubling Lloris that time, as it was quite a long way wide of the post. But already in the start of the second half, Arsenal have already put in 2 attempts at goal already. So it's obvious where this game's heading. If we can get a 4th goal in the second half, let's hope that we can, you know, do something similar to what we did to West Brom in the Carabao Cup, where the game was over 3-0 at half time. We did still get some more goals in the second half. But Tottenham coming forward now, looking to maybe try to give themselves a foothold maybe in this game, perhaps, that they clearly don't deserve, because we've been head and shoulders above them, really, which has been great to see. So let's hope that we continue this into this second half. We're in possession again now. Kieran Tierney on this near side coming forward. That's a nice ball, actually, in towards Xhaka. Tried to flick it into the path of Aubameyang, didn't quite get enough on it, and the ball has gone back to Tottenham, who have gained possession in this second half. The first time they really got their foot on the ball so far. We've played, 2.5 minutes of this second half. It's still Arsenal 3, Tottenham 0. Those 3 fantastic goals in that first half. Just brilliant stuff from Arsenal. And what more could we have asked for? I say I've been a big critic of Mikel Arteta, but he's got everything spot on today. Saka now down that right hand side, again causing Tottenham loads of problems. That's lovely play. Played the ball into Ødegaard. Did he overrun it a little bit? Thomas Partey picks it up, but Tottenham do manage to come back. I think it was Sanchez there, got back in and managed to get a foot in. But again, it was a quick counter attack from Arsenal, and that's been a key feature of this game. Actually, the way we've transitioned the ball from defence to attack so quickly, and it's Tottenham haven't been able to live with it. But they are in possession at the moment, coming forward themselves, trying to maybe find a way back into this game, which at the moment is looking beyond them. But a cross comes in from that far side, easy header away from Ben White. Certainly not had anywhere near the problems that he had in the previous game against Burnley, when he did struggle against a physical Burnley team. Whereas today he's had a little bit more time on the ball, and you can see the difference it's made. He's played really well. But we've got a free kick now on that far side. Tomiyasu is, I say, he is fast becoming one of my favourite players. Actually, took that throw in there. He's going to get a chance to take another one now, about 10 yards further up the pitch. And let's hope that we can get a couple more goals just to really rub it in, because that would make it a lot more fun. Let's face it, it's been enough fun already. Let's be fair, but I think a 5-0 or a 6-0 would be definitely even more fun, wouldn't it? You'll have to excuse me because I'm just trying to sort out a couple of bits for the women's watch along I'm doing as well immediately after this game. The pressure's off this game now, isn't it? Let's face it. I think we all understand that we've probably won, and I say fully deserved as well. But I will be back with you very shortly. I just want to share a few bits and pieces for the women's watch along, which will be coming up straight after this game. So if you want to stay tuned for that, I'll appreciate your company. Now Arsenal again came forward on the edge of the box with Ødegaard, tried to get the ball across to Smith Rowe. It's now back with Lloris, and he fires it long up the pitch. Right, I think that'll do for that then. Should be ready to go for my second watch along of the day. Let's hope the second one goes as well as this one. Rajendra's in the chat there as well. Adrian Rajendra, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you again. He says the players are beginning to gel together. They certainly have done so far in this game, haven't they? Smith Rowe again trying to get him down that left-hand side. Has he won himself a corner? No, he hasn't. It's a goal kick. And Rajendra again says, finally, the transition from defence to attack is much better. And Ødegaard, ESR getting together. Yeah, that has been the key today, hasn't it? That transition has been a lot quicker. It's not been so much sideways and backwards passing. It's been a lot of getting the ball forward quickly. And that's what's made the difference. That's how we got the goals, exactly by doing that. And it just goes to show, doesn't it? If we can get that balance right between being solid at the back and being threatening going forward, we're going to be a decent team, aren't we? We're going to be hard to beat. And that's certainly how we've played today. And it's what we need to be doing a lot more throughout the rest of the season, don't we? And if we do that, it could be an exciting season after all. You know, we maybe were a little bit unsure when we were bottom of the table after 3 games. Maybe that Manchester City defeat, that was rock bottom for us. Maybe it was. And certainly since then, you know, we've got a couple of new signings in. Tomiyasu there won that ball. Now Saka's got Tomiyasu outside him, charging forward down that right hand side. Tries to get across him, but it's deflected behind for a corner. Tomiyasu again leading the charge there, linking well with Bukayo Saka down that right hand side. That's been a feature of this game as well. Really good play from those two. And Tomiyasu's cross there was deflected behind for a corner. Gabriel's coming up, fancies maybe getting a goal himself. Not scored this season, of course. Gabriel back from injury, but it's a short corner taken quickly. Now it's Smith Rowe needed a penalty. Tries to drill it in. Oh, Tomiyasu was in there actually. Oh, I'd love him to get a goal in this game. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Kieran Tierney then switches the ball from the centre circle out to that right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. who's done really well. Again, plays it into Smith Rowe inside the penalty area. Smith Rowe, he's just maybe taken a little bit wide in the end, and Tottenham managed to get back. Maybe he needed to hit that first time. The goal went across this time to the far post, comes across in, and it's nearly an own goal, was it? Arsenal claiming a penalty. I'm not sure if it's going to go to VAR. Arsenal are crowding round the referee, Craig Pawson. He hasn't given a penalty, he's given a corner. It was across from Ødegaard, actually. Was it Thomas? It was Aubameyang at the far post. He was onside, that's for certain. And he headed the ball back. And was it Sanchez there on Gabriel? I think that's what the appeal is for. Did he push him in the back? I'm not sure if he did, actually. I'm not sure if there's enough there for that to be a penalty. I mean, he did push him. He did push him, to be fair, but I don't know. I'll be surprised if they overturn that and give a penalty, but we'll see. I'm not sure if they are checking it. They haven't taken the corner yet, which tends to suggest that they maybe are. But they're getting ready for the corner now. It's not been a penalty. And I think that was the right decision, actually, when you look at it again. But the corner comes in. Can we get a goal from this anyway? Tomiyasu with a header. But it goes through to Lloris. Yeah, I don't think there was enough in that for it to be a penalty. I just don't think it was. And it wasn't given. And I think that was probably the right decision. I don't think we can have too many complaints about that. But it's still 3-0. And it has been a pretty decent start to the second half from Arsenal after such a brilliant first half. We haven't quite reached those heights yet, but we don't need to, let's be honest. We don't need to at all. So we played 9 minutes of the second half. Tomiyasu there again. Big and strong. Reggie on there claiming he got a hand in the face, which he kind of did, but there was nothing really in there. Saka there just loses the ball out, loses out in midfield, and Tottenham can maybe launch a counter attack. But again, Arsenal working so hard without the ball today. That's been another feature of this performance. How hard we've worked without the ball, getting back into position, getting our shape. But now Tottenham have got a chance down that far side. A cross comes in. Again, it's Tomiyasu with a block, as you would expect. It's almost, I say, we're just taking it for granted now that he's gonna do those things. And that was a cross coming from Tottenham there. Gabriel gets a header away. Can't quite keep it. It's going to be a throw to Tottenham. Gabriel's again, he was my man of the match last week at Burnley. And he's had another really, really solid game at the back there today. Not really put under a massive amount of pressure, actually, but he's done everything that he's had to do really well, as everybody in this Arsenal team today. Everybody's played well. Everybody's done their job. And let's hope that we can continue that for these final, 35 minutes. Cross comes into the box again. Again, Gabriel wins a header above Harry Kane, and Arsenal can clear it up and get it up towards halfway. Tottenham enjoyed a little bit of a spell of possession here, lumping a few balls into the box, and it's when Gabriel really comes into his own. He loves that type of thing, doesn't he? Skip now, the substitute for Tottenham, tries to thread the ball into the area. Is that a foul right on the edge of the box there? No, referee says no. I think it was Harry Kane diving again. And there's a surprise on the edge of the penalty area. Ben White it was with the challenge. Let's have a look at the replay. I think Ben White did get the ball, actually. He maybe caught Harry Kane perhaps on a follow through. The deflection off. Actually, I don't know if he did. Oh, that's a tight call there. I think Harry Kane got the ball first, just pinched it round. I think it was probably just outside the penalty area. But anyway, Aubameyang now comes forward and he's now won a free kick. Has he? No, he hasn't. The referee just gives it as a goal kick as well. So he's not having none of it, is he, today? Craig Pawson, he's not entertaining penalties and fouls or anything. So I think Aubameyang did run into the Tottenham defender. Harry Kane is still complaining about that earlier incident, and maybe he had a point, to be fair. When you see a couple of the replays, it looks as though maybe he just nicked the ball first and Ben White didn't get a touch on it. But it was outside the penalty area anyway, so it would have been a free kick, not a penalty. But in actual fact, it's nothing, which is good to see. Of course, we did get that VAR decision going our favour, didn't we, last week at Burnley, when initially it was given as a penalty for Ramsdale's foul on Vidra, but of course VAR got that one right as well, didn't they? I don't know what VAR would have just made of that one though if they checked it. I don't know if they did check it, but anyway, it wasn't given as a penalty or a free kick, and Tottenham now got possession inside their own half which is fine. They can have the ball there, not a problem at all. We will just soak it up. We've got everyone behind the ball now, got a really good shape. 5 in midfield and then 4 at the back. Thomas Partey is the deepest of the midfield at the moment. In fact, Saka's quite deep as well over on that far side. Tomiyasu had moved inside a little bit, but Tottenham can't fall down his near side. Lucas Moya, he's got Tanganga outside him, but he cuts inside instead. This is probably one of the longest spells of possession that Tottenham have had actually in this game. Not really getting anywhere. Tomiyasu again on his mate Son, takes the ball off him, although Son does get it back. But again, really good play from Tomiyasu. He's had another fantastic game. 3 brilliant games in a row for him since he joined the call from Bologna on deadline day, wasn't it? He signed. Tottenham now have a cross into the box. Ramsdale's going to get that. Another of the new signings who's come into the team recently. Been impressive again. Did really well there. He came for that cross, dominated that box. Yet to let in a goal. I don't really want to say it, but you have to mention it. He hasn't let in a goal yet, has he? For Arsenal now, this is his 4th appearance. Of course, the West Brom game as well. And of course, this will be his third league match as well in a row, and maybe a 3rd clean sheet in a row in the Premier League. But we'll see. There's still plenty of time for Tottenham to get something. 59 minutes played. There's over half an hour left. Tottenham certainly have enjoyed a lot more possession in the second half. There's a free kick there. Ndombele has been fouled by Ødegaard. Another player who's impressed today, the Norwegian. Another good performance from him following his winning goal last week, of course, at Burnley, which was a good day out, actually, to be fair. But Tottenham have a free kick now, which Son is going to take over on that far side. This is going to be just about how well we can defend these situations, I think. It's going to be somewhere. It's about 10 yards in from that far touchline. Just about 10 yards outside the penalty area. Let's see what this delivery is like. Straight to Aaron Ramsdale, not a problem at all. That will be great. If he keeps doing free kicks like that, Aaron Ramsdale will be totally happy because it was straight into his arms. I mean, Tottenham's deliveries from set pieces have generally been poor. Their final ball's been poor. I said it earlier, it pains me to say it, but they look an absolute mess. They really, really do. And we need to enjoy these moments, don't we, as Arsenal fans? You know, we've suffered enough in recent years with them finishing above us, even though they're never going to win any trophies. But they are a total mess. Harry Kane with an effort there. Another good save from Ramsdale. Tomiyasu's in there for the rebound. Great save that was from Ramsdale. Him and Tomiyasu who celebrate as though they've scored a goal. It was Harry Kane with a shot, actually. Arsenal maybe got a little bit sloppy there. Gave the ball away in a dangerous area. Harry Kane, a little bit of space on the edge of the penalty. Probably going in that far corner. A really good save at full stretch from Ramsdale. And then Tomiyasu came in, completed the clearance. It is a corner to Tottenham, though, into the near post. It's flicked on and flicked wide. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. So that's a couple of saves there from Ramsdale in this game. He's not had a lot to do, but again, what he's had to do, he's done well. And that was a decent save, actually. He was at full stretch. It was probably going to go in that bottom corner. He had good positioning initially, and then he was able to get across, get those big gloves on it, and then Tomiyasu there came in ahead of Son to complete their clearance and ensure that Tottenham wasn't going to get a goal back. Ramsdale there with the clearance up through the middle of the pitch. A good long kick, actually. It's flicked on by Aubameyang. Looking for Saka, but it's a foul there by Tomiyasu. A little bit over keen to win that header he was there on his mate Son, and it's actually a free kick to Tottenham. But Son certainly got absolutely no change out of Tomiyasu today whatsoever. He's just kept him so quiet, and he was probably the one player that we looked at before the game and thought, you know what, he's going to be the danger for Tottenham, as he's been so many times before against us. That's a long ball over the top. Have Tottenham scored? No, he's put it wide, Harry Kane. That was probably the clearest opportunity he's had at goal. Ball over the top, reached him just inside the penalty area. He just got the wrong side of our defence there briefly. We have been a little bit sloppy in this second half, we have to say. It was a long ball over the top. In fact, I think he was offside, and he may have even fouled Tomiyasu as well. He did beat Ramsdale that time, poked it past him, but was a decent first touch actually, and it did beat Ramsdale, but he put it just, it was literally 2 inches wide of that post. But that's a couple of opportunities now for Harry Kane, and we just need to just tighten up a little bit in this second half. We've dropped off our level, and we've allowed Tottenham to not come back into the game because it's still 3-0, but just we've given them a little bit of a foothold here by allowing them a couple of opportunities. And a little bit sloppy that we've been. We need to just tidy that up and then get a grip back onto the game. Xhaka there does really well to win the ball back. Does he know it's a foul on Ndombele? You have to say Xhaka's quite unlucky with a lot of the free kicks he gives away. A lot of them wouldn't be given, I don't think, for other players. I mean, I suppose that was a free kick, that one, to be fair, as he just basically threw Ndombele out of the way. The referee has a word with him. I mean, not particularly that particular one, but there are some free kicks, I think, that Xhaka gets given against him that probably wouldn't be free kicks if another player had done the same sort of challenge. And we've seen it as well, haven't we, in other games. But that one there was probably was a foul, that particular one. But Arsenal now got a throw over on that far side, in line with the penalty area, and it's going to be Tomiyasu again to take it. But Tottenham again win the ball again. It's a little bit sloppy from Arsenal, but we work hard to win it back there. Granit Xhaka actually does really well, and Ramsdale completes the clearance. It has gone out for a throw. Ramsdale now is talking to Kieran Tierney, and again they put the possession of the last 10 minutes. Again, it's pointless, but it's 27% to Arsenal, 73% to Tottenham, which is probably what it's been. But apart from that one save from Aaron Ramsdale and that opportunity from Harry Kane that he put wide, they've not really threatened anything from this game. And now Arsenal coming forward themselves, we've not offered any threat at all in the second half. Where we really just right at the very beginning, we did have 1 or 2 little opportunities, but we've lost a lot of our momentum that we built up in the first half. And when you're 3-0 up, you don't need to force it there. We don't need to force the game at all. We just need to be professional and see it out. And if we can get another goal or 2, even better. And I say that would represent our biggest home win over Tottenham for a very, very long time if we were to get another goal. But we have got possession now. Granit Xhaka plays it to Martin Odegaard. They've linked up quite well, those two in midfield, and Thomas Partey as well, who just plays it out to Tomiyasu. He's got Saka outside him. Saka again wants to go around the outside, but instead he's forced back inside to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey plays it back to Gabriel. This is better from Arsenal. Kieran Tierney now on his near side. Little touch inside to Smith Rowe. Tierney gets it back. Plays it to Granit Xhaka. Does well. Granit Xhaka there. Nice feet. Again, plays a simple ball to Odegaard. Xhaka is on again, but instead he goes to Thomas Partey. Now Saka over on that far side. He's got Reguilon on again. He's given him a nightmare today, hasn't he? Brilliant play from Saka there. He plays it back to Odegaard. Arsenal now. This is much better from Arsenal. We're keeping possession now in the second half. Gabriel now bursting forward, finds Tierney on this near side into Thomas Partey. Smith Rowe's gone around him. Was that a foul? It was from Skip. And he gets a yellow card. He'll maybe feel a little bit aggrieved as that's probably his first foul, and Xhaka's made 3 or 4, but it was slightly overly enthusiastic on Thomas Partey, who's now down injured. Well, it was very late, actually. It was late from Skip, fully deserving of a yellow card. And it is going to be a free kick now to Arsenal. Let's hope Thomas Partey's all right, because we know what his injury record's been like at Arsenal. It's been really, really poor, hasn't it? So let's hope he's okay. It didn't look that serious. It was just a little bit of a late. He was a bit late there, Skip. Ramsdale having a bit of a laugh with the Arsenal fans behind the goal at the clock end there, as they chant his name. Become a popular player, hasn't he? You know, there was a lot of criticism maybe when Arsenal were looking to sign him from certain sections of Arsenal's fan base. Thomas Partey is back up now, and he seems to be fine, which is good news. But Ramsdale's proved to be a really, really good signing, hasn't he? And I think he's going to become England's #1 goalkeeper in the not too distant future, actually, as well, which will be good to see. So you've got a free kick, a dangerous area. It's about 20 yards outside the penalty area, just to this left-hand side. Smith Rowe and Odegaard are both over it. too far out for Odegaard to fire into the top corner like he did last week. But a nice ball towards that penalty spot, make it difficult for Lloris is probably what's needed. Smith Rowe steps over it. Odegaard pings it towards that far post, a little bit too far maybe. It's come back in. Oh, towards the near post from, I think, was it Gabriel there on the far post? It was Aubameyang actually. It was a good late run from Aubameyang in actual fact. I don't know whether he was trying to cross it back in or whether it was a shot, but it was far too close to Lloris at that near post. Just putting it back would have probably been a better idea. Maybe that's what he was trying to do. But anyway, it did go into the arms of Lloris, and Tottenham now trying to bring the ball out of defence, and they've just given it away again. Thomas Partey now, he's got Tomiyasu just outside him, which he finds with a 5-yard pass. Tomiyasu then plays it up the line to Bukayo Saka. Now Thomas Partey again driving forward, beats a player, finds Tomiyasu. This is good from Arsenal. Saka on that far side again. Can he get a cross in? Again, he's got Reguilon for company. Instead, he plays it back to Odegaard. Oh, Tomiyasu tried to flick that on, but there was nobody behind him actually, and Tottenham managed to clear it. Well, get it back to Lloris now, who's just kicked it straight out for a throw to Arsenal. Again, the pressing from the front has caused that. And it is a throw to Arsenal now. And Tottenham making their third change of the game. And it's Ndombele, I think it is, who's going off, is it? And Brian Gill is coming on. It's Ndombele gone off. So Gill's another striker, isn't he? So they're bringing on another attacking player. And Kevin says there in the chat, Spurs have had their 20 minutes, just need to stay calm now and play. Yeah, exactly. They did have a good spell, didn't they? Had a couple of chances. But we seem to have settled back into it now, don't we? We're getting a bit more possession and looking a little bit more comfortable and composed again on the ball, which we maybe wasn't at the start of the second half. You can understand why. It happens a lot, doesn't it? When you're 3-0 up at the break, it's difficult to come out in the second half with that same intensity. And we did maybe struggle a little bit there, but we seem to have got it back now with just over 20 minutes to go. Ben White there completes that clearance into the crowd over on that far side. The very excited Arsenal fans. There is still a lot of empty seats in that Spurs end at that corner of the ground actually, which is a real shame, isn't it? I'm sure we're all really, really gutted about that. But anyway, Tottenham are currently in possession of the ball comfortably, really, just inside the Arsenal half. They're not doing anything with it. They're not causing us any problems. Cross now comes into the box, but Kieran Tierney's going to head that away. Got good distance on that clearance, actually. It's a good header that from Tierney. And Arsenal now can build an attack. Tierney's got the ball back again on this near side. Tried to play it up the line, but it was blocked out there by Lucas Moya. Like all of the Tottenham attacking players haven't really been in this game. Harry Kane had those two brief moments there, didn't he? A good save initially from Ramsdale, and then the second shot, which he put wide, chipped it wide, where he maybe should have done better, and you'd maybe have expected him to do better, but luckily he didn't. We are now into the final 90 minutes of normal time. Arsenal with a throw. Aubameyang was held back there by Sanchez. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. And a few more minutes tick down towards full time, and what's going to certainly looking more and more likely to be a very, very good Arsenal victory. The best victory that we've had for a long time. It's probably our best performance actually since I think since the FA Cup semi-final in 2020 when we beat Manchester City 2-0 at Wembley. It's probably the best we've played since then overall. But anyway, let's see if we can add a goal or two more. Tomiyasu now. Oh, yeah, it was a bit of a loose pass actually. Looking for Aubameyang, who's then just giving away a silly free kick, but in a completely non-dangerous area inside the Tottenham half. A rare mistake from Tomiyasu there actually. That pass, he maybe rushed it a little bit, and he went behind Aubameyang, who then committed the foul. So Tottenham now trying to build an attack with Sanchez just inside the centre circle now. Davinson Sanchez plays it out to the far side to Reguilon, who certainly will not be looking back on this game with much much joy, will he, in his own performance. He's been ripped apart by Bukayo Saka, certainly in that first half. Kieran Tierney now for Arsenal finds Emil Smith-Rowe. And under a bit of pressure, he's forced it back towards Aaron Ramsdale. He's had to work hard to get there. But again, he shows calmness on the ball, doesn't he, Ramsdale? He's done it a few times. He just did it there as well. Nice and calm. And now Thomas Partey striding through the midfield. Plays it to this near side to Tierney. Just pushes it forward to Smith-Rowe and gets it back. Back again to Thomas Partey. Good to have him back in the team. What a difference he's made. And as he gets more and more minutes and more games under his legs, he's going to be even better, isn't he? Saka now again running at Watchalong with a shot. Lloris pushes it out. Nearly a full cut. It's going to be a corner. Again, Reguilón could not deal with Saka again down there. Saka this time cut inside onto his left foot this time. Tried a shot. It was going in. It was on target and it forced Lloris into a save. It was a decent save from Lloris. You imagine it's a comfortable save that he should be making, and he pushed it away well. But it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. It was going in that far corner, that shot there from Saka. Of course, he did score that brilliant third goal, didn't he? But it's going to be a corner which Ødegaard's going to take on this near side for Arsenal, outswinging with his left foot. It's a decent corner, actually, but a Tottenham head wins it. And then Tottenham do manage to get the ball away, but not for very long. Ødegaard there steps in and finds Smith-Rowe. Pass was slightly behind him and he's been forced back to Lloris. Kevin says, I still think not being in Europe will help us rebuild for the season. Yeah, you may be right, actually. I think that it probably will. And I think one of the reasons for that is because, obviously, it's less games. But also, as well, you can get more consistency in the team because you haven't got to keep, bringing in all the young players for the group stage of the Europa League and that kind of stuff. We get a little bit more consistency in the play, building up relationships, and yeah, it may well benefit us. It may well benefit us, particularly if it can so turn out that we can win one of the cup competitions as well. That would be great, and possibly finish high enough in the league to qualify for Europe next season. And we'd never have thought that was going to be possible, would we? After the start of it, but we're starting to look like a team. The new players have come in. We are going to be forced into making some changes now. Bukayo Saka has gone down, and also Granit Xhaka as well. They both look as though they've got a bit of an injury. They're just showing actually Daniel Ek in the box sitting next to Thierry Henry, which is quite interesting, isn't it? Of course, he did have a few of the older Arsenal legends in his camp, didn't he? When he was looking to buy the club, maybe he still is. Maybe that might still happen, but he's certainly at the Emirates today there. Enjoying the afternoon with Thierry Henry. You can't really do too much better than that, can you? Arsenal winning 3-0 against Tottenham and you're sitting next to Thierry Henry. I mean, what more could you want in life? Granit Xhaka, he just got a bit of an injury there. He's got back to his feet again. I think he's going to be okay. Not sure about Bukayo Saka. Actually, I think Granit Xhaka might be going off, is he? Saka's also got to his feet as well. They both were getting treated at the same time, actually. But they are both back up anyway. But we are making a substitution. It is going to be Sambi Lokonga coming on. I think he's going to probably replace Xhaka, actually. Bear in mind, Xhaka hasn't played the last 3 games due to his suspension. And Saka's coming back on. He's still not maybe moving very freely, but the substitutions haven't happened yet. Xhaka is still on, and so is Saka. So we haven't actually made the substitution yet, but it looks like Lokonga is going to come on. You'd imagine for Granit Xhaka, wouldn't you? Although it may well be Thomas Partey that maybe Arteta wants to rest for these final 15 minutes or so, but we'll see. It is a throw currently to Tottenham in line with a penalty on his near side, which Emerson Royale, who came on at half-time, of course, in place of Tanganga, who come back from suspension himself. And again, he struggled in this game as well. All the Tottenham players have struggled, to be fair. As Shane says there, been a long time since I smiled this much in the game. Love it. Yeah, no, exactly. It has been a long time. I think it's our best performance since the FA Cup semi-final against City. Our best overall performance. But there's still 12, 30 minutes left for us to get some more goals, which would really make it probably their best performance ever under Arteta, wouldn't it? certainly our best victory, not necessarily in terms of goals, but in who we've beaten and the way that we've beaten them. It will certainly be his best result, won't it? But Emerson Royale coming forward now for Tottenham down his near side. Good defending that was from Kieran Tierney, but it is a throw. Kieran Tierney's been a bit better today. He's had a little bit of a shaky start to the season, actually, but he's been in much better form today. He's defended well. Cross comes in this time, again from that near side from Royale. He's certainly changed a bit from when he was in the royal family. But anyway, Tottenham now still managed to keep possession, but Arsenal again out of possession. We've worked hard to keep our shape. Tomiyasu again gets a ball, but actually Tottenham now got a little bit of space. A shot comes in. Tottenham have scored. They have pulled a goal back. It was Son. A mistake from Tomiyasu, actually. He didn't complete the clearance. And Son has scored from about 6 yards. There's 12 minutes to go. It's not going to happen, is it? Xhaka is now down, and I think that might be Xhaka's lot for this game. But it was Tottenham just kept possession of the ball. There was a clash there in the build-up, which Granit Xhaka has gone down. Tomiyasu couldn't quite get the ball away. He was then out of position. The cross comes in, and from about 8 yards there, it was Son with a firm finish. Ramsdale got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out. The first goal he's conceded for Arsenal. Couldn't really do a lot about it. He did get a hand to it, couldn't quite deflect it round the post. It was quite close to him, but it was well struck. And Tottenham have got a goal back with Son, who has had very little change out of Tomiyasu in this game. I think Granit Xhaka isn't going to be able to stay on the pitch now. He's still getting treatment again. He did have obviously he was down injured a little while ago, and he did have a clash there with. Actually, Lucas Moya was, I think, fouled by Thomas Partey, and then he just kind of the way he's gone into Granit Xhaka there actually looked a bit nasty that on Granit Xhaka's knee. He's now getting treatment on the pitch before we can restart again after that goal from Tottenham. I mean, Granit Xhaka would look like he was going to get taken off just very briefly before that goal. Anyway, it looked like he may have been having been down getting treatment before that. So not maybe that should have happened. He's now hobbling off the pitch, but at least he is up and he's hobbling off. He looks in quite a lot of pain actually. He doesn't get a lot of injuries, Granit Xhaka, does he? He may have got one there, but he had a decent game today. He's had a decent game, and it's ended prematurely for him. He's struggling to walk off the pitch, actually, with the help of one of the physios, and it's going to be Sambi Lokonga's coming on. So for the first time in the Premier League, we're going to see Sambi and Thomas Partey for these final 10 minutes or so. And hopefully that's not such a bad injury. The fact he was able to walk off the pitch, hobble off the pitch is more the way to describe it. But he's played well, Xhaka, today, and I hope all the people that were criticising him and not wanting him in the team now can understand the reason why he was picked. And he did a good job in there today. He played well, as I kind of anticipated he would. But he's gone off now. Let's see how bad that injury is. But it's going to give Sambi Lokonga and Thomas Partey an opportunity to play together in the Premier League. And if that injury is as bad as it looked as though it could have been, then maybe he may get more opportunities, or they may get more opportunities to play again in this midfield over the next few weeks. Maybe we'll see. Harry Kane actually went into Gabriel off the ball. His frustration maybe getting the better of him. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward. A shot from Kieran Tierney from 30 yards. Always going away from the goal. A little bit optimistic there from the left back. Good first touch, quite central to the goal. I'd say about 25, 30 yards out. It was always going wide. But it was worth a pop, I guess, from there. We're now, 7.5 minutes of normal time. There'll be a bit of stoppage time now, won't there, because of those injuries. Obviously, 2 bits of treatment for Granit Xhaka, 1 for Saka, and the substitutions as well. Harry Kane there was offside. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal about, 10 yards inside Arsenal's half, which Ben White's going to take, is he? No, Ben White's just rolled it back towards Aaron Ramsdale to take. Harry Kane briefly chased the ball down, thinking it was still live and in play, but it clearly wasn't. But he's not known for his brains, is he, Harry Kane? Anyway, Aaron Ramsdale kicks the ball long towards the Tottenham penalty area. Sanchez wins the header. The second half has been a little bit bitty, actually, from Arsenal, if we're totally honest, but let's not be too critical because overall it's been a good performance. Now, Tottenham down that far side, looking, this is where they scored from, actually. We don't really want them to get a second goal now, do we? With what, 7 minutes to play, that would certainly get the nerves jangling, wouldn't it? But we've managed to repel that attack briefly, at least, anyway. Sanchez now for Tottenham, just about 5 yards inside Arsenal's half on this near side. He's not really got a lot of options, so instead just goes backwards to Dyer. And now Tottenham try to come forward again. Son. And so the Tottenham, they've got another opportunity there. Cross comes into the box. Gabriel, Thomas Partey was there, and Lokonga completes the clearance, but not very far. It's headed back into the penalty area, but there's no Tottenham player there. It's gone all the way through to Aaron Ramsdale, who will dive on the ball and waste a bit more time. We're into the final 6 minutes now of normal time. Looks like Maitland-Niles may well be coming on as well. He's just getting his top on. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's been featuring a lot more in games, hasn't he, recently? He's been doing all right as well, hasn't he, actually, Maitland-Niles? I thought he did well last week at Burnley when he came on late in the game. Helped us to tie that up. And, of course, he did play against Norwich. He didn't have his greatest game against Norwich, if you're honest, but he's been getting a few more minutes, hasn't he, which he's been crying out for. And he's going to get the last few minutes of this game as well, by the look of it. I'm not quite sure who's going to go off. Maybe Thomas Partey, who's just saying that Partey and Lokonga were going to play together, but maybe they're not going to now. Tomiyasu there again, good defensive work from him. Up against Brian Gill, the new the substitute for Tottenham. But Tottenham have picked up the clearance. Tomiyasu did well, but Arsenal dropped a lot deeper in the second half, actually, and it has led to Tottenham getting a goal back. Now it's Lucas Moya, plays it square to Skip. He's got a little bit of time, plays it square again to Moya, very central, but about 35 yards from goal. Tottenham now looking for an opening over on that far side. It's where the goal came from, wasn't it? With a cross from Reguilon. So there's just over 5 minutes to play of normal time. Just under, 5 minutes. We do not want Tottenham to score a second goal now, do we? Because I'm not sure if we're quite ready to deal with an onslaught in the last few minutes. If you remember last season's game, when Tottenham were down to 10 men, we were hanging on at the end at 2-1, and we did hang on, but it was quite nervy. We don't want to go through that again, do we? Smith Rowe just won a free kick for Arsenal. He was, of course, instrumental in that first half, wasn't he, Smith Rowe, with a goal and an assist. And he played a part in the third goal as well. And he's back to his feet again with his Jack Grealish socks. But Arsenal are going to make the substitution now. It's going to be Maitland-Niles. It's Saka that's going off. Saka's had a great game, actually. Great goal and a great assist as well for the important first goal. He's brilliant. He's been brilliant for Bukayo Saka today. And rightly getting a standing ovation as well from the crowd. I mean, that goal he scored was brilliant. Lovely, lovely finish. And he's becoming an important player again, isn't he, for Arsenal and, of course, for England as well for the future. What a brilliant performance from him. He's now going to be replaced by Ainsley Maitland-Niles for these last 5 minutes or so, whatever remains of stoppage time. Well, 3 minutes of normal time plus. You'd imagine 4 minutes or so of stoppage time as well, wouldn't you? Bearing in mind, in fact, we're making another substitution as well. Smith Rowe's just gone off as well following that injury he just picked up. It doesn't look too serious. And it is, of course, Nuno Tavares, who's he's developing into a bit of a fan's favourite as well, isn't he, in his brief appearances so far. Very fast, very strong. Defensively, he's maybe lacking a little bit at the moment, but hopefully that will come. But he's certainly an exciting player, isn't he, Nuno Tavares? And he's on as well. So it's a very new look Arsenal team, isn't it now? Young looking, fresh Arsenal team, isn't it? With Sambi in midfield as well. So Arsenal have now got a free kick. I think we've probably weathered that little bit of pressure that was mounting from Tottenham. So if they've got a second goal, we would have been hearts in the mouth, wouldn't it, for the last few minutes? But we seem to have weathered that now. We've now got a free kick midway inside the Tottenham half. I'm not sure if we're going to try and even bother launching an attack, or we're just going to try and keep possession with it. But anyway, it's Sambi Lokonga over the ball. It's miles too far out, even for. Tavares then got in there, did he down that near side, but his cross went straight to Lloris. And Tottenham now are looking to launch a counter attack, but that was a poor header actually. And Tavares works hard again, trying to make something happen. But Tottenham now are coming forward down this near side. But Gabriel's going to tidy that up, is he? Well, he actually does well. Look, he was going to go back to Ramsdale, but instead he turns and clears it long. And Tottenham briefly win the header, but it's back now with Lokonga. Sambi Lokonga, that's a lovely little ball actually into Martin Ødegaard. He's got to Maitland-Niles over on that far side. Gets it back from Maitland-Niles, Ødegaard, Thomas Partey now. Arsenal just trying to slow the pace down of the game. We're into the last, almost into the last minute of the 90 now. Partey come forward, Lokonga. He's now got Nuno Tavares on this near touchline. That's a foul, surely. A foul on Tavares. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal on this near touchline as we move into the last minute of the 90. It was Emerson Royal there with the foul. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal, say, on this, about 5 yards, not less than 5 yards in from the touchline in the attacking third of the field for Arsenal. Just need to, just see this out now. Obviously, if we got a fourth goal, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? A lovely way to finish it off. But Lokonga's going down to this corner flag where he's run the ball out. And it is going to be a throw to Tottenham, which Lokonga didn't agree with. But anyway, he's now running back to get into position. See how much stoppage time. We're just coming down into the 90 minutes now. I reckon there's going to be at least 4, maybe 5 minutes of stoppage time. 5, in fact, has gone up on the board. So we're 5 minutes away from a very, very impressive and exciting victory for Arsenal in this North London derby. Once again, Tottenham are going to leave the Emirates empty-handed, as they have done so many times over the years. They've only ever won once here in the Premier League. Lokonga there commits a foul and gets a yellow card for his trouble to stop that counter-attack from Tottenham on halfway. Maybe a little bit frustrated that he didn't get a decision just a minute ago for the throw-in. But anyway, it is going to be a free kick to Tottenham on this near touchline, midway inside the Arsenal half. Again, it looks like a non-threatening position, but they took it quickly, actually. Son to Lucas Moura, puts a cross in. Not a very good cross. Arsenal can get it away, but again, not very far, actually. Arsenal have been looking a bit tired in these last 10 minutes. Lucas Moura again towards the edge of the penalty area. Tries a shot. Oh, he's hit the bar. Was it a save from Ramsdale? Did he touch it onto the bar? It's gone up behind for a corner. Ramsdale shouting at his defence there for not closing it down. That's a great save. If Ramsdale got a touch to that is a great save. We'll have to see the replay of it now. He must have done, because it is a corner. Oh, he did touch it onto the crossbar, and then Tomiyasu completed the clearance for the corner. But that was a great save, actually. Arsenal are looking very tired in these closing stages, but we've only got 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, of stoppage time remaining, and it's going to be a free kick now. But that was a great save from Ramsdale there, actually. Looked like it was just going to dip under the crossbar. He just got a fingertip to it to push it onto the bar. What a great save that is. He's made 2 or 3 good saves today, Ramsdale. Although it's been a dominant Arsenal performance, he has made a couple of them. That's probably the best one of the lot, actually. He pushed it onto the crossbar, and then Tomiyasu put it behind. What a great bit of goalkeeping that was. Again, he's another player, isn't he, that's fast becoming a fan's favourite. A lot of these new signings that we were maybe a little bit underwhelmed about, young players for the future, a lot of them have already started to really make a big impression, haven't they? And Ramsdale and Tomiyasu probably as much as anyone else. They've been pretty brilliant, actually, haven't they, in the 3 or 4 games that they've played. And that was a superb save, that, actually, from Ramsdale. Brilliant goalkeeping again from the former Sheffield United man. And Tottenham going to have another free kick, this time over on the far touchline. That was a foul on Brian Gill. And we're now, what, a minute and just over 2 minutes left of stoppage time to play. Son's going to take this free kick. Aubameyang standing less than 10 yards away from it anyway. He's now retreated. He didn't retreat, actually, or he won that ball. Whether he did retreat 10 yards, I'm not sure. But anyway, the referee allows it to go on. Son plays the ball up to this near side. Good header that was there from Nuno Tavares, who goes steaming forward, but he loses the ball. He didn't really get the ball, and Tottenham are still coming forward again. It's back with Son. We're now into the last 90 seconds of stoppage time in this game. Ball over the top. They're looking for Harry Kane from Lucas Moya, but again, it was a good header from Gabriel. But again, Arsenal don't really clear it. A shot comes in from Tottenham, but it's a free kick anyway. A foul on Odegaard. And I think that's going to be that now. We're less than 90 seconds left of stoppage time at the end of this game, the end of this North London derby. It's been the second half's been a bit of a bit more of a struggle to watch after what was one of the best 45 minutes of football from an Arsenal team that we've seen for a long, long time. Absolutely brilliant in that first half. We got the 3 goals, brilliant goals they were as well. We could have had 1 or 2 more. Yes, we've dropped off a level in the second half, unsurprisingly, when you look at the situation in the game. Tottenham have got a goal back with Son, but it's not going to be any more than a consolation as the ball goes through into the arms of Lloris. And we are now into the last minute of stoppage time. Gabriel again gets the better of Harry Kane, as he's tended to do throughout much of this game. But Tottenham are still in possession now. Have they got time to get a second goal, which would give the scoreline a bit more of a flattering look than perhaps it deserves? But that cross there from Højbjerg's gone all the way out for, well, it actually was going to be a throw on the far side. Watchalong kept it in, but it's gone out for a goal kick instead. And surely that's that now. We're into the last 15 seconds of added time. And as Kevin says there, let's enjoy this. No, indeed, yeah. The second half has been a little bit more difficult to watch, let's be honest, but it doesn't matter, does it? We've got the result. And it's fully deserved. You know, we've definitely fully deserved to win this game. I'm sure there won't be many Tottenham fans that will disagree with that. It's been a really good performance from every single player's given everything. And there goes the full-time whistle. It's finished. Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. A brilliant performance from Arsenal, particularly in that first half. Just unbelievable it was. Really, really good play, good performances there from everybody. 3 great goals as well. Smith Rowe started it all after just 12 minutes. It was Bukayo Saka did really, really well down the right-hand side. Got past Reguilon, pulled the ball back, and from about 8 yards, Smith Rowe arrived to finish. The second goal was scored by Aubameyang. Smith Rowe made that one, a quick counter-attack, and it was Smith Rowe then got clear down the left, pulled the ball back for Aubameyang to fire into the corner. And the third goal was one for Saka himself, fully deserved goal it was as well. It was a counter-attack from Arsenal. Smith Rowe was involved, found Saka, did well down the right-hand side, cut in his first. He was actually blocked originally by Harry Kane's tackle, but the ball came back to him and he fired it across Lloris with his right foot into the far corner. That was 3-0 at half-time, could have been more. In the second half, yeah, we dropped our level a little bit, unsurprisingly. Tottenham had a few chances. Ramsdale made a couple of good saves, particularly one right at the end there when he pushed Lucas Moya's shot onto the crossbar. He did deny Harry Kane as well. Son did pull a goal back. It was a cross from the left-hand side from Reguilon, and Son swept it home. And there was about, 12 minutes to go at that point. But it was far too late for Tottenham to come back. And, yeah, it's very, very pleasing to see a result like that, isn't it? A performance like that as well. They're just showing Son's goal again. Just a consolation in the end for Tottenham. But yeah, we'll say that maybe Tomiyasu was slightly caught out of position there for the goal, but we'll forgive him because he's fantastic and we love him. And Victor there puts a thumbs up. Yeah, great result for us there. Fantastic stuff. Regendra says, I predicted 3-1, but I hoped it would have been better than that as we're 3-0 at half time. Yeah, I don't think too many of us were that surprised that we didn't go on and win 5 or 6. And to be honest, it doesn't matter, does it? When it comes to the derby, the most important thing is getting the 3 points, getting the result, and to play the way that we did in that first half as well. I mean, that was impressive, wasn't it? And it's difficult not to feel, full of pride for that performance. Actually, yeah, the second half was difficult, but it doesn't matter because we got the result, we got the job done. Yeah, it was a shame to let in that goal, actually, wasn't it? Because it would have been nice to get another clean sheet. And Ramsdale probably deserved a clean sheet for them saves that he made, actually. But yeah, a really good performance from Arsenal. Great victory, 3 in a row, and I believe we have gone above Tottenham, haven't we, in the league? I'm just waiting to see the league table. Let's just see if I can get it up, actually, because it's definitely something that is definitely we want to enjoy while we can. Let's have a look at the league table then, shall we, just to see. I mean, it's nothing to get too excited about because we're still not anywhere near where we want to be in the league yet, are we? But we're getting there. We are getting there slowly. Let's have a look at the league table. Let me see. Right, okay, here we go. So yeah, we have gone above Tottenham. We are 10th. Tottenham are 11th. We are level on goal difference, but we've scored one more goal. So there you go. So yeah, 9 points. We're only 5 points off the top, which is nice. I say 3 wins in a row in the Premier League now puts us in a good situation, doesn't it? We ran out of legs a little bit in the second half there, but I'm not gonna worry too much about that because overall that was a really, really impressive performance. And as Regina says there, we've now closed the game down in the second half. Yeah, exactly. We did. We closed the game down. We saw it out. And Regina says there, come on, you guys. Exactly, yeah. And, it was nice to have a comfortable second half, really, in a derby. It's not often that happens. The players are enjoying it on the pitch as well with some really good celebrations with the fans as well. I mean, it's very, very difficult to pick a man of the match out of that, actually, because there were so many good performances. I mean, Ramsdale was brilliant in goal, wasn't he? Some of those saves. Tomiyasu at right back had a decent game. Just a shame it was maybe his mistake for that, for the goal. A little bit caught out of position slightly, wasn't he? But we're not going to worry too much about that. The 2 centre halves, Gabriel again, fantastic like last week. White was a lot better this week, a lot more solid. And Kieran Tierney as well, I thought defended pretty well this week as well. Again, maybe not getting forward as much as he perhaps would like. But he was nice and solid defensively. The midfield were good. Partey and Xhaka, both of them, I thought were brilliant today. Really good performances from them. And of course, further up the pitch is where the damage was done in the first half, wasn't it? Ødegaard again, I thought he was brilliant. He's not maybe having the influence in terms of assists and stuff that you would imagine he was going to, but his performance was brilliant. He worked so hard. He's great with the ball, and he was another really good performer today. And then, of course, Saka and Smith Rowe, the song Saka and Smith Rowe, I mean, brilliant from the pair of them, actually. Goals and assists. And they caused the problems in that first half for Tottenham, didn't they? And, of course, Aubameyang up front gets his goal as well. And I thought he played well today as well. He worked hard, got himself into some good positions, didn't always get the ball. But when his chance came, he took it. It was a brilliant performance all round. And then when the subs come on as well, they made a bit of an impact. Lokonga did pretty well, didn't he? Ainsley wasn't on for very long, didn't really touch the ball, I don't think, did he? And of course, Nuno Tavares as well, who did a couple of charges up that left wing, which we like to see, don't we? So overall, very, very satisfying afternoon, very satisfying performance. And as Rajendra says there, now for the women, 5-0 against City. I'm not sure it'll be 5-0 against City, but we'll see. Let's hope it's a decent win for the women. ESR scoring an assist. Yeah, Saka as well scoring an assist for Saka. So great for those two lads as well, isn't it? I said before the game, they were the two that really understood what the derby meant, coming through the academy and they showed today they've got what it takes to help us win the game as well. So, yeah, brilliant stuff. It's a fantastic day for Arsenal, isn't it? We always love to beat the enemy, as it were. So to do that is fantastic, isn't it? So brilliant stuff. I mean, I will be doing a watch along now of the women. Be starting in about 10 minutes. It's got a new stream, so please pop over to YouTube and watch that with me as well. If I've still got a voice left by the end of it, I'm sure I will. So to come and join me there in about 10 minutes time. I'll get a cup of tea in the meantime. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments, Regenda, as always. Great to see you back. Hopefully I'll see you over on the women's game. Kevin as well. If you're not doing anything next couple of hours, jump over and join me on the women's game as well. Victor there in the chat as well. Shane, of course, as always, if you want to join me for the women, James as well earlier. And Tom was in, Joe, of course, earlier on as well. So thanks to all you guys for watching. Thanks for your support. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Please give this a like before we leave. And I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Glutton for punishment, although not quite punishment today so far. It's been great, hasn't it? Really good victory that was for Arsenal, of course, in the North London derby. Kevin says thanks. No, thanks to you, Kevin, for watching and your comments as always. Great to have you involved in the show as usual. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I say stay tuned because we will be coming back for the women's watch along. I say in about 10 minutes. I'm just going to have a cup of tea and a chill for 5 minutes, and then we'll be back hopefully for another good Arsenal performance and another good Arsenal victory. That'll make it a great Sunday, wouldn't it? Super Sunday they call it. This will certainly been a Super Sunday so far. It's finished at the Emirates. Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. We've gone above them in the league. Happy days. And we've got a women against Man City to come very shortly. So join me for that, and I will see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Come on, you Gunners. Come on. Great stuff.